Well, welcome everybody. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Hello. Hello, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here at the Y'shtola lore drop power plant surge protector. Had to change out the yeah.
I cannot wait, Kyle. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to finish the sentence once cameras are visible.
Oh, I didn't realize you were waiting. I didn't realize.
I cannot wait to play COD. I am so excited.
Yes,
that
COD.
Our audience is about to accept COD into their
They're
lives.
so excited, man. Yeah.
I cannot believe that
it takes a lot of people.
Gonna play COD.
It takes a lot of people, you know, and the updates have been kind of weird, but you know, it seems to run all right now. And it's not the content necessarily people were hoping for, but I think they really delivered over there at Square Enix.
I was just like, at any moment, the wheels are gonna fall off of what he's doing, and there it is. There it is. Yes. We're back in Final Fantasy XIV today to have a conversation, to figure out how the hell are we going to do chaotic and how are we going to get it done before 7.2 drops. And the answer is probably next Thursday night, and hopefully we can do it in one night. Hopefully.
With
any luck.
We'll see. We'll see
with
about
any
that.
luck.
I don't know.
But yeah, that'll be the main goal of today's stream, is to actually like conversate, figure out how the hell we're gonna make a group for this. Get into Cloud of Darkness chaotic.
I've heard there's like 4 different kinds of guides, so we might need to watch some and just kind of decide, make a choice for the people that we're going to be inviting, what we're doing exactly. Because there's a lot of ways to do it, which is cool. You know, it's cool that there are many, many ways. There is not one solution to this business. But that also means going in sort of the semi-blind way might not be as productive.
That is a good point. That is a good point. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah, we should probably just decide on a guide to follow, like as a touch point.
We'll branch out. I got one of those cheat sheets, so we'll decide based on that a little bit, because I think that should have all the names of the stuff.
I won't. I find those horribly overwhelming and unhelpful.
What I mean is, here, like this particular cheat sheet, not that it is useful to you, it's that it says which strat are you using, and there's 4 listed here, and all the names are insane, but we can use these. I thought you were gonna
show me one of those like word vomit images.
No, no noodle. I'm not aware of a noodles. There might be a noodles for this, but just this is.
I wasn't even thinking about noodles. I was thinking about like the images that show every single ability.
Oh yeah,
and I did, like, listen, everybody's brain works different. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm saying it's a bad thing for my brain. My brain sees those images and panics. Yeah, it just shuts down. It just goes too much information.
I need context. Until I'm visually in the know. Yeah, there's not much that's happening.
Me. Yeah, this is me. This is me as a person. This is how I. But okay, I see what you're saying. So this is going to help you very quickly identify what the popularly accepted strategies are.
Yes, and I've heard 5, but there's 4.
I'm already seeing people yell "COD car" in chat, and I'm like, is this because of my COD joke?
COD car. I think it's because the picture of Fat Yoshi there is really just selling people. It's good branding.
Oh shit, that is a Fat Yoshi.
Yeah,
I love Yoshi.
So that's probably it, because the rest of these just don't have branding. You know, I mean, look at this bullshit job. This half-assed.
I mean, that's kind of like what I want my doodles to look like, though.
Yeah, but this one they put a Yoshi in the middle. You know, they're really selling it.
So, Cloud of Darkness car. Why car? Are we all getting in the car?
Car. Oh God, this split. Yeah, we'll digest this in a bit, but this split looks absolutely.
Okay. I've already fired up
goofy
a spreadsheet for today.
Cool. Good idea. We're gonna some spreadsheeting might be a good idea.
It ain't pretty. What am I looking at on this split? What it was? Can you zoom in on that? Can you control plus?
Yeah, let's get in there a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, what's going on?
I'm not entirely sure.
So we have how many tanks? We have 6 tanks?
Well,
Yeah. Y'all, there's 6 tanks?
and why? Wait, why is red split in half? I mean, wait. 6, 12,
And then there's because of 6 healers. They're all
yeah.
okay. So there's 12 support, and then 12 DPS. All right. Okay. All right, chaotic. You get man. That's not even just.
Huh.
That's not even just Fat Yoshi, man. That's like Ursula. That's like Drag Yoshi.
You have to really scrape the barrel to find that many healers and tanks.
Look at the eyeshadow.
Oh yeah, they went. I mean, I think this is a full like 3D model. Someone didn't just like paste this on. They actually went through and drew this.
I freaking love it.
This is artistry, is what that is. It's actually higher res than the letters too. So they made this as a vector image. It's holding up. The further I zoom in, the better it looks.
Doesn't mean it's vector. Doesn't mean it's vector.
I'm just saying, like, usually text looks better than someone's doodle, and this is
it could still be raster. It could still be raster. They could have just started with lower, resolution raster art than the Yoshi. Yeah.
I mean, I'm fully expecting 8 people can listen to one person, and we just ignore the other 2 parties' business, except for whatever I'm looking at here that has like red party split completely in half, and this looks kind of miserable, but I assume it's because they can't be on those center squares for reasons.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Why not? What is even the what the hell do you manage this many tanks? Why are we even this
socially
many tanks?
I don't think you manage this many tanks. Each one of them is used to leading their own extremes and savages, and they're gonna show up and have to work together. This is madness.
Well, I mean, there's usually one other tank, sometimes just for tradition, other times because there's actually a tank swap mechanic. So you're used to working with one other tank. That's why I hang out with Azumi all the time. Good God. Well, if you ever wanted the tank for us, now's your chance.
Not anymore. I'm lead tank. Not anymore. You're not.
No. When it comes to tanking, it's a lot more like Rick and Morty. It's a whole lot of you son of a bitch, I'm in. That's you don't have to try hard to get a tank to go tank something. Like, we know what we're here for. We know what we like, and we like what we do.
We have a 30-minute Mr. Happy raid guide, followed by a strat comparison of 2 different strats, and it's an hour long, and it's only covering 2 of these.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's overwhelming.
Yeah. I think we just do a poll and go from there, and we'll see what we personally like.
Yeah. Let's do that. Maybe.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Do people not like chaotic? I thought when we mentioned we would be like heading toward chaotic that my DMs would be exploding with advice that I didn't ask for.
I think people like chaotic.
When we said that for Savage, when we said we were doing Savage, I was overwhelmed.
Well,
I got so many messages of like, here's how you can begin to think about this, Garrett, and then we're like, let's go to chaotic, and everyone like, no, not a peep.
Well, I think it's more that
not a single message in spoiler chat talking about how we're terrible and we're gonna get our ass kicked.
I think that this is
like
what
do you know what that does to a man when you're used to seeing people talk mad shit about you in a not particularly anonymous chat? Like, it makes me go, do they think we're good or do they not like this content? Should we not do this? Is this going to kill our channel, Kyle?
No, I think we're fine. I think we're fine channel-wise.
Should we just go back to Monster? We can just go back to Monster Hunter.
Well, hang on. Monster Hunter is a lot of fun. Don't get me wrong. But I think that chaotic is essentially difficult because it's 3 extremes at once. That's kind of the vibe I've picked up. Imagine 3 extreme parties in completely different server lockouts doing their own thing. But if healer number 4 over in party 2 messes up, everybody dies across all 3 servers. And like, for the most part, each 8-man party is doing completely their own thing, absent-mindedly making their way through an extreme level difficulty. but somewhere else is 16 other people messing it up for them. And that's why, like, you can't prepare for that. You know, that's just being what's it called when you drive a car? Defensive driving. You know, it's just defensive
drive. Yeah. The thing that that latest Tesla wrecked. Clearly, the Tesla does not understand correctly.
I mean, you should still just drive your car. You know,
drive your car. Yeah.
Hold the wheel. You know, participate in the activity.
It's becoming optional at this point. It's not just a Tesla thing. Like a lot of cars, you know, have safety features where they try and yield control.
I don't know, man. You watch some people play video games and you just wonder, are they allowed to drive a car?
Well, I mean, I go on the highway and I wonder how some of these people are allowed to drive a car.
Yeah.
You know, I'm getting on the Fury Road this weekend, man. I'm going to Orlando, so you know, I'm going to see some shit.
Yeah.
We're getting on the Fury Road. Oh, last night Wyoming. Furiosa was on. I haven't seen it since
you
I
found
saw
all the
theaters.
good shit. Yeah.
Well, except for the Transformers the last night. That is a spectacular film.
I just always get distracted by like real clickbaity bullshit, like, you know, top embezzlements of 18.
It's hotel TV. How is it clickbait?
Well, because, you know, it's things I never see before. I see movies all the time, but, you know, I don't watch normal TV with all its weird medical ads and
interesting.
Yeah, so I end up just getting caught in it.
Oh, I guess it is kind of clickbait, right? Like it's just kind of. Which by the way, shout out to our illustrious editor Noel, who actually made to a T a clickbait thumbnail based on a Reddit comment that I made an offhand comment would be really funny if that's what Noel made the thumbnail for the clip about Yoshi P no longer being on the board of directors. I thought that would be quite amusing. And Noel listened to me exactly, much to the chagrin of some very confused commenters.
Yeah. That was an experience for sure.
My future note would be, this is great. Do this more, but maybe start the clip with the joke, like where we explain.
I don't think it would have helped some people. Some people,
it would have helped some.
It would have helped someone.
Did not even hit play.
Yeah.
They like clicked, commented, and that was it. But it did give me a great deal of amusement.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't feel bad because I've seen the video that's getting the most views in Final Fantasy XIV land this week, and
it was weird.
Yeah,
it was definitely a weird one.
Yeah.
I received a very distressing message over the weekend about that particular video and was a little concerned. I didn't know that had happened over on the Clips channel.
Oh.
So I received a message that said, "Wow, you put out a Savage video and drama video on the same day. Thanks for becoming a Final Fantasy XIV grifter."
Oh.
And I was like, what did I do wrong? I'm a little confused. I thought we put out a personally reasonable thought about what happened with the Yoshi P restructure and a rather lovely Savage video. And I had to go look up the definition of that word because I hear it a lot, and I was a little confused.
Interesting. Yeah, like a snake oil salesman.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, a con artist.
Yeah.
So I was a little surprised.
Yeah. Our 5,000 view video clip is really killing the vibes for Final Fantasy 14. I've seen what hits 200,000 views. You can't hurt me.
It was so I gave it a light updating. I gave it a light updating upon receiving that information. Originally there were no quotes around this picture. So I added them little quotes, and I also added the look at this photograph.
Oh.
Yeah. Well,
how dare you?
Well, I was, like I said,
don't let the humorless jagoffs who can't be bothered to actually get the context.
I slapped some quotes on it, but to make sure I did.
You coward.
No, I didn't. Hang on. I'm getting to this. I put this up. I also just added quotes. And then I added one, and I did the YouTube thumbnail test with no quotes. Guess what won? The one with no quotes. So the system continues to work. You know, it just continued. But I participated. I tried. You know, I tried to help you, but the internet didn't want to be helped that day. So it was a little confusing for me too. But yeah, that was a weird message to get on a Sunday. You know, I'm playing with my kids. I'm playing playing some Legos on the floor.
Is a jackass. They are. They're not gonna get much done in this life.
Well,
if this is what incites them, without being able to take 2 extra seconds to verify context.
I think it's very sad that they've been hurt before, and that track of player to raider to drama coverer seems to be a thing that's happened many times in the past. And I would prefer, of course, a message of concern. Hey, you doing okay? Like, I noticed this trend. I'm personally a little invested in y'all, and I'm nervous that you all are going to follow down this path that I've seen happen multiple times before. And, you know, a little yelling at, you know, stop having fun was, you know, kind of the vibe I got from it.
Yes, I've gotten a few messages as well of stop having fun, and my reply is always, I find it funny. The content is perfectly level-headed.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I can't be bothered. I don't respond well to Boy Scoutery. I for one would never click on that channel again. It's like, cool, good for you. Unfortunately, it works. So I don't know how to help you because like everybody was like so up in arms over the problem with the OCP video. And up until very recently, like pint aside, that was like the highest viewed Final Fantasy 14 video in like from like December to January. So it's really like, I'm sorry. Like you should probably care a little more about the content and the context than like be a grandstander based on thumbnails.
It's a fascinating now we're having a rather serious discussion about it. We can pull out of this if you would like.
No. I think it's perfectly fine. I find it just very, very funny. And maybe, I don't know, maybe the videos that are extremely clickbaity negative thumbnails, but also extremely negative in the content. Maybe they get this shit too, and they probably don't care because they're making negative content to begin with.
Right. I think that's kind of what happens a lot of the time.
To me, like I'm annoyed by that content too. And the way I give it the finger is by finding thumbnails like what's over on the Clips channel funny.
It's been hard.
You don't have to agree with me and find that funny, but I'm not going to change.
No, I thought it was funny, and that's why I left it as
I'm
a
not
test
talking to you. I'm talking to. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking about the guy that one guyed you.
Sure.
I think that person is too sensitive to function.
It's been a weird experience, and I think a lot of the current experience has been weird for one particular reason, and it reminds me a lot of post HGC Heroes of the Storm. There's probably a better analogy, but you know, you're having fun at the lunch table, and you're talking about Pokemon cards, let's say, and you're like, man, I really hope they balance Pikachu to your friends, and someone just walks up behind your table and goes, can we not? They're not going to balance Pikachu anyway. And then they wander off. And you're just like, who the hell was that? What just happened? Man, I feel kind of deflated. And there's been a lot of really good conversation. Like I thought Pint's video was amazing. I watched it because someone was like, dude, Kyle, you need to watch this. And it's packed with D&D analogies. You're going to love it. So I watched Pint's video about improving Final Fantasy 14. I was like,
oh, I need to finish that. I'm only about like 15 minutes into it.
And it was like really well thought out. And I thought it was really interesting. But there's a ton of commenters that they're beaten. You know, they feel like their voice wasn't heard 2 years ago, a year ago, whatever, and they've given up. And they've given up having fun with that conversation. And to me, in this sort of lunch table environment we find ourselves in, that is just completely ridiculous. Why would you not want to talk about a video game? In particular, why would you not want to talk about fun and how you might have more fun? Fun is fun, and we might have more fun if we think about how to have more fun. Now, you also end up on the weird extreme of the other side where like there's articles put on the web sites that are like, Final Fantasy 14 is about finding your own fun, says RPer and Nightclub Runner. And you're like, well, okay. But now you've taken it so far that you've restricted it again on the other side and said like, no, I require 0 updates and I want 0 content because I'm too busy having my own fun. And you just go, we don't know. So both are restrictive.
Congratulations, you're the kid who yells force field during tag.
Yeah, a little bit, right?
You invented rules that no one else is engaging with. Like, why? Like, great, cool, good for you, kid. Guess who?
So
who's not getting invited to the birthday party next week?
So it was such a weird weekend, and it put me very in my own head, because at the same time we had this really, really fun Savage video. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. It's a really good video. I'm very proud of it. People are being so kind about the content of that video, on their comments for that video, and on the other side was this containment breakout of a joke that ended up not landing very well for some. And I was thrown. I was a little confused.
Yeah, especially because like I've seen what some of y'all watch. Like I've seen what you cheer for.
Well, yeah, and I don't want to make that kind of content, but you know, I get it.
I don't either.
I get it.
Yeah, no, I'm particularly thrown by the one guy for you, because I'm like, why the what about the Savage video? Are you just like, are you mad that people do Savage?
No, it's connecting the dots. So there are contenters who continue to make clickbait negative videos while also rating a lot. So there is a correlation between some viewers' minds where if you raid, you are toxic, and therefore you are toxic to the game. And that toxicity is part of your content.
I feel like it's correlation and not causality.
Yeah, oh, definitely. Yeah. There's plenty of amazing, that's fun people who raid.
But again, like it's like all I can do is like the video. The video is the message. I've said my piece, and you're gonna yell at me about it without even watching it. Like, I can understand if like clickbait for the sake of clickbait. I find it funny. You may not find that funny. Totally understand you not going past the gates for that. I respect that. Savage video, nothing about that was clickbait, and nothing inside is grifting. So that's where I'm just like, that's where I get like properly defensive. I'm like, congratulations, you're a jackass.
Right. But you know, maybe it's a little too speakeasy. You know, the outside was a little weird. They didn't know the password, and they thought it was, you know, a dump. But then you go inside and there's a chandelier, and you know, Mai Tai's flowing, and everyone's having a grand time. So. Yeah,
I really like I legitimately like this is not me being defensive. This is something like I've been thinking about often, because before we even like outside of this very specific conversation we're having about sorry, what?
I need to get this fat Yoshi off the screen. It's
gotcha. It's very distracting.
It ain't right.
Yeah. So this is not even like specific to the very specific clip and thumbnail we're talking about right now, but this is just like the little stabs, prods, and assumptions in our direction post finishing the MSQ. Like I've thought about it a lot. I'm like, why do sometimes we get swung at in ways that legitimately surprise me? And I think it's a lot of things. Obviously, I think it's like what you're talking about, how clearly some people make assumptions that if you play Savage or whatever, you're going to become, you know, an angry YouTuber or a rage bait YouTuber. But like, I don't know, the other part of my brain goes, I'm like, I really think that some of these people that just like start swinging at content creators that aren't even making the content that they think they're making. I'm like, I think these people are unhappy with the game, and instead of coming to terms with that themselves, they want someone to blame, and they're too precious about the developers and the studios, so they blame content creators.
But I think that needs a new word, like toxic passivity or something along those lines, because
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it happens with enough frequency for me to consider it toxic, but yeah,
we don't need to get a new box for it.
Misdirected baby rage, like I don't know, like it's elitism in a different form. You know, because normally in video games, particularly in MMO, when you say elitism, like you think the first thing that comes to mind, like for me, it's rating. I literally used to learn about rating from a site called Elitist Jerks.
Yeah.
So, but like this is, yeah, it's like a who loves the game the most, you know, angry teddy bear hugging session. Like, I don't get it. It's very weird. It's very strange.
Well, I used to do a segment on our Heroes of the Storm show, which I think was really helpful for MOBAs, you know, like a Dota or a League of Legends, which was essentially the weather. And I would get on regardless of, I wouldn't even say what was happening in the world politically, but I would basically give a like, hey, everybody, say my bad extra this weekend. If you mess up, just my bad and move on. The water is a little hot. And just be careful out there because people are going to be ready to argue at any point. And I do feel like we're in that cycle and we need to be, I'm really excited to see it go by because we're almost there. We're almost to 7.2. And like this is the hard waiting time, particularly if you have 0 points in your Monster Hunter character sheet or something like that. Because that happens with me. There was that 4-year period where everything was a battle royale shooter and I was freaking miserable because nothing satisfied when it came out. And I got really into indie games. It was freaking great. It was freaking wonderful. And that made me explore indie games and I love them. I found many I really, really enjoy.
I would like to take a moment and just give a shout out to Elodoth, who just coined the phrase fan doomer.
Fan doomer. Yeah. Yeah. That's a good in between, right?
I really like that. That's really, really good.
So we're almost there, everybody. But I think we do need to have a couple extra my bads. It's going to be okays because, you know, we're all a little
It's
impatient.
like a weather forecast. And I like that you're saying that because like there's always going to be someone who's got an axe to grind. There's always going to be someone who's bringing the negativity, and there's always going to be someone who's trying to combat that negativity with their own brand of misguided negativity. They don't realize it's negative because it's disguised as being a champion of something, but they're in their wild, you know, swings. They're taking a lot of people out with them in their behavior.
And I also want to like, and this is for me too, because I do this. You know, I'm guilty of it as well. Here's a little picture. All right. This is Squidward watching SpongeBob and Patrick play outside. Garrett, I find goblins disgusting and boring, and I want no part of them. However, people playing World of Warcraft seem to be having a really good time with that raid. And it is my job during times like this where I am waiting for content for a game I really like to not Squidward this situation. I need to be happy for them driving their cars. They look like they're
particularly like goblins either.
They look like they're having a wonderful time over there. And I just need to be cool with that. That's okay.
I was reminded recently, however, that while I don't particularly care for goblins, I'm pretty boring when it comes to World of Warcraft. I care about like two things: elves and anything vaguely related to Arthas and the Scourge. The two things where I'm like, yeah, and trolls. Trolls are fucking.
Trolls are cool.
I like trolls.
Yeah,
trolls are so sick, and they've been so routinely mishandled, which is actually a big reason why I go to bat for BFA, because BFA had a
the trolls were cool.
Story.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
BFA is better than you remember.
Dad just kind of died. There were some weird
BFA
parts.
is better than your favorite angry YouTuber led you to believe it is.
But dinosaur trolls was pretty cool.
Yes. And beyond that, I'm like, and that's why I think the Warcraft movie sucks ass, because it's just like all orc all the time, and they ruined Medivh. They did a really shitty job with Medivh, which was like the only reason I was interested in that movie. Sorry, I'm now thinking about the Warcraft movie. I'm getting very
don't
angry.
think about it.
I'm going to get legitimately negative and not doing a bit negative.
It was a mess. I felt so bad for them.
This entire conversation.
Okay.
This entire conversation.
Yeah.
Dude. No, I'm the same way with goblins, but a friend recently reminded me that even though I'm not particularly into goblins, that a Hearthstone expansion that I was particularly overly complimentary toward was the Gadget Zan.
That one was fun.
And on more than one episode of the Anger Chicken, I mentioned, holy shit, the execution and the world building of Hearthstone's versions of Gadget Zan is so rich and such an awesome tapestry that they should do a massive patch in World of Warcraft and make Gadget Zan the same, like, warring mob, massive sprawling city that they concepted for Hearthstone. And a buddy of mine was like, hey, that's basically what they've done with the Undermine patch. And I'm like, shit, oh damn, I might need to get in there. So I have updated my retail add-ons as of last night.
Oh, nice.
I might be poking into retail tonight.
And
just
you-
off stream. Nothing,
You have fun
nothing
with
crazy.
that. You have fun
I'll
with
be-
that. I'll be over
I'm
here.
just gonna go. I'm just gonna check in on it. I'm just gonna check in on it. Okay. I'm just gonna check in on it. And if you fucking hate WoW and you're like, oh my god, don't you dare do WoW content. I'm gonna do this by myself. Just see
so fun. It's fun.
see how I like it. See how I like it. Yeah. Danielle, thanks for the super.
We're just
The
gonna leave
moment I
these
saw
on
this
screen,
was
by the way.
happening, I knew I had to support. We're talking about chaotic here, not dealing with negativity on the internet, but yeah. Thanks, Danielle. Appreciate the support. I'm looking forward to chaotic. Jasoni, that's very, very generous. You must really like trolls.
Well, Vol'jin.
And you must
did get
really
done
not
dirty.
like what they did with Vol'jin. Dude,
I agree.
Vol'jin as war chief, I was so hyped for,
I was
and
so hyped for it.
they did nothing.
No.
They did nothing with it. And then they brought back his Ghost and BFA, and there wasn't a particularly great payoff for that either.
I was fine with what they replaced Vol'jin with. It's just they didn't do anything with that either. So it was a
Yeah. 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 Rotating war chiefs, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
It got weird.
Yeah, just one more snub, us troll players. I'm sorry, just want me. I love trolls. I'm there with you. In
Great
World of
cast.
Warcraft, not
Beautiful.
people who annoy other people on the internet for their personal enjoyment.
Absolutely beautiful cast animations. I love all their cast animations so much. I do
No.
not like their two-handed axe animations. It's the only thing I don't like about trolls.
Yeah. Just in general, female trolls animations I find to be really stiff, which is a shame because I love the female troll model. I think they look really cool, but they're very harshly articulate. Rigidly. They're very rigid.
And-
extremely rigid.
I was just like, without my frustration at Vol'jin and Sylvanas, I wouldn't have tried a story game that was called Final Fantasy XIV. So, it all works out in the end.
If they hadn't ruined one of my favorite characters, Sylvanas, I would have
Yeah.
probably never played Final Fantasy
So it all
14.
worked out in the end.
Yeah. Just only in the past. Thank you for previous supers. Repeatably farmable hard content. Here we go. Yes, Savage is now too, but Chaotic's farmable on launch. Oh. Interesting.
I saw someone saying they had 90 tokens, and they clearly killed this many times. I don't know how many tokens you get per clear, but that sounds like a lot. That's a big farm.
Big farm energy. Das supered. I can now unleash my full weeb in Dead by Daylight. Let's go. Nice. Yes.
Only now. Really only now.
Well, the latest killer is from an anime. I don't know what anime.
It's from Tokyo Ghoul, yes.
Oh, I don't think I've ever heard of that.
You
anime.
would probably like it.
Oh, so it's edgy?
Oh, it's edgy. Yeah, it's edgy.
Is it edgy and doesn't have a crying young male character? Because I will remind you, I couldn't take the first episode of Attack on Titan.
Well, he's crying in like a preachy way, and Shinji's crying in like a crying way.
Shinji doesn't count. Shinji doesn't count. Shinji is an abused child that now that I am an adult.
But now that we're an adult, yes.
Shinji is an extremely well-written character.
Yeah, well, Shinji is a lot like...
When I was just coming to that show for Cute Girls and Giant Robots, Shinji pissed me off.
Yeah, well, Shinji's like when you watch a Disney movie as a kid and you're like, I really relate to these kids. And then you watch it 30 years later and you're like, oh my God, look at these parents doing what they do. So it changes. It changes on you. But I think you might find it interesting.
Okay. I'll stick it in my back pocket.
Okay, yeah.
I think I still
put it in your
need
back.
to watch Dan to Dan first.
Yes,
so.
do Dan to Dan first. Absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah, I still need to get to Dan to Dan.
Yeah.
So, just one else is super. Kyle, this is just Erdsta's power plant in Final Fantasy 14. Wait, is that 14? That is 14.
Yeah, that's what my thought was. I was like, wait, is it supposed to be?
I just think of it as just Toll's lore room.
Well, hang on, because now I'm... And feel free to stop us.
What's going on?
I'm just curious if this is from another Final Fantasy game.
The Yoshi?
No, not the Yoshi, the room we're in. The energy power plant.
But that's a good question.
But I actually searched for Final Fantasy, and all I got was Magic the Gathering Ursa. And I know Ursa's big energy over there. Everyone likes the Ursa. He's definitely cooler than Nicol Bolas, who is the stupidest dragon ever to be drawn.
Yes, Noel. But also pretty much everything else.
Oh, Ursa's power plant, Magic the Gathering. We are talking about Magic the Gathering. This is gonna... It's
Crystal
Tech. Yeah, I would say that this looks...
this goes way back. This is some old shit.
Yeah, I mean, this...
That looks like the core of Death Star 2.
Exactly, this does look like the core. And this is cool. I like this. I like all what I'm seeing.
You're a highly agreeable person, Drasoini. I struggled to think of a time where you said something and I'm like, I don't know, but I'm gonna, I don't know you right now.
Yeah, but Crystal Tech, right?
I don't know if I can get on board for this.
You see one crystal, you've seen them all. So
that looks like Cloud City.
I love rooms like this. I just really wanted to walk around Dad's throne room in Dawn Trail a little bit. Because it had the halls of Barad-dûr? No. What was the big rockin' halls where Gandalf risked a little more light in Moria? Because I love that place.
A specific hall?
Yeah.
Oh God,
outside
I don't remember
the tomb.
I know what you're talking about. It's I love it.
And it goes, no.
That's why I love the throne room in Dawn Trail.
Oh.
Same thing, just lots of columns, lots and lots of columns. So many columns. Total Recall. Oh, it does kind of look Total Recall-y.
When they're doing,
we know it was Moria, but like which hall in Moria?
Yeah. I thought they named the hall.
They called it a mine.
Because I always wanted to see that place filled up with trade and stuff. It was such a beautiful thing.
It is pretty. Catherine, thanks for the super. Afternoon to you back. Savas, what's up? Here's hoping Chaotic is only so in name. Prep well, gentlemen. Also, 1 year. 1 year! Thanks for the year, Savas.
Thank you for the year.
Happy Chaotic Tuesday and happy 34 months. Thank you, Midnight.
34 months. We're getting there.
Long time.
3 years.
Rogue Mage 2, but if we've already run high-end content this expansion, I was in your Valley Garmonda group. Can we still try for a Chaotic slot since you need 22? I personally am not really... I have no limitations in my head because it's a lot of slots. I would like to invite like our Savage buddies that ran with us a bunch, that like open invite to them. I'd like to bring them with us. That'd
just be fun. I would say
I'm inviting Azumi and Percy and Lost and Robin and anyone else wants to come. Let us know.
I would say a lot of those rules for invites that we had in the past were very much tied to extremes and dungeons as well, because a lot of people get to do that content. It's not as hardcore and there's a lot more wiggle room. You don't need to know all the terminology. So it's a great place for everyone to participate. So if we start doing extremes back to back again, we'll definitely impose some limitations on, repeat invites. But right now we're not terribly concerned about it.
Yeah. Vincent Needle Super talking about Monster Hunter. Just saw a VOD of Asmongold. He plays Gunlance. He made big numbers go burr. He's ranked 79 though.
Does your I think your rank is tied to like how much your weapon is unleashed or something like that. Like you have advantages. Because in Monster Hunter World, I know that your hunter rank means that as you pass by random monsters, they won't attack you because they're like, whoa, too high rank for me, dog. So I wonder if there's some sort of limiter put on your damage. Because we're like, what, 15? 20? We got to 20 yesterday, like 22. You got to 24.
Yeah. How many chubs do I get if I join? I will give you every chub in my inventory, Akari. You can have them. They're yours.
Wow.
Yep.
Damn.
Every single one.
Look at that promise.
Every single one.
That's a promise.
We're talking about fish.
That's
to
beautiful.
Be clear. To be very clear.
Oh, they're watching a Final Fantasy stream. They know.
Doomerang Super. I never did the chaotic raid. How would I join your group for it? That's part of what we're here to discuss today. I vote.
You want to vote? You want to
my first tactile suggestion. The GG Savage Arcadian channel.
Mm-hmm.
Can we just like rename it GG Hard or something?
Well, we can workshop that, but yes, yeah.
No. I know exactly what I'm requesting.
You know what the people want. It's GG
Can
Hard.
we call it GG Hard?
GG Hard. GG Hard content, or you just want to call it GG Hard?
You know what? Never mind. You're right. I'm going to hold on. Do I have rename powers?
Yeah. Yeah. You should have like full host. Unleash your beast, man. Go for it.
All right. I am saving changes. It has officially been renamed.
GG Hard. Grinding hard. Oh, yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay,
yep.
Cool.
Yeah. Maybe, well, that's like GHG. Let's go Grinding Hard group. You know, it's a group for folks that want to grind hard.
Effort. Yeah.
It's a group for people that want to grind hard.
It's not a one-on-one kind of thing. You know, everyone's grouping together to grind this out.
And then if you have do you have a pinned message explaining the channel?
Yes.
Yeah, we should probably just do a new pinned message because this is very Arcadian specific.
Well, yeah, we were going to use it for the next wing as well. And is there any reason why? What's the gear requirement for chaotic? By the by, because if that matches with what you would need to do M4S, then we're good. We're gold. And what would be the gear requirement for the next wing? Because if it all kind of like is lining up, then we can basically just put the gear requirement to be in that channel.
Would be nice. 720 would be nice because I don't think it's that hard to get 720 anymore.
Not with crafting gear, but then again, it's gold. So my perspective on gold is very, very off. I find the rain very easy to get. If you put in like 2 weeks of work, you can probably get most of it. 710, really? Oh, okay, then no problem.
Yeah, it's 710.
Yeah, so
do we want people joining that are 710?
That was the base requirement for joining us in M1S. M1S, yeah.
Okay.
So I would say yes.
710. All right,
okay,
sure.
Cool. So what we got here, what we got going on. Let's open it back up in a sense that if you were in the Discord, message me in the looking for group channel at me directly. And after this stream, at Kyle, do not at Garrett, at Kyle, and say I have at least 710 and I'd like to be a part of hard content. Or something along those lines, and I'll get you added to that channel. And it's just so we can build a pool of people, and if anyone gets weird and new, we can kick you out because these are, you're going to be spending at least an hour. We have
unfortunately had to kick, I think, 2 people.
Yeah, but it's nice that we have that ability to limit the group because things get weird. It's stressful. Yes. You spend a lot of time with each other. We're going to get to know each other in that room, and we need to be able to control it in some way.
Yes, and we ask that you bring good vibes. There's a limited number of slots. We wish we could bring you all. We cannot. So, good vibes.
Sweet.
But yeah, it's basically our GG Mercs. Like we don't want it to be a completely open channel because we want there to be some sort of opt-in beyond just being in our Discord. So
let me get the
it's a semi-closed group.
Let me get an invite back in the description here.
Back in the description?
Yeah, it seems like our description on the YouTube lost the Discord link.
Oh.
Probably just deletes of deletes.
We should probably update our templates on YouTube.
Plans within plans. Yes. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do.
Yeah. Kura Super 2 bros grind hard with 22 other people. It's not an accurate description. We're gonna call this a group for Savage and friends, like Savage Plus, Savage, etc. No, it's for hard dungeons. Yeah, it's only for hard dungeons. This group is only for hard dungeons.
Hidden use copy. What the crap is going on?
Doing.
It says hidden use copy button, and then I press copy, and it's saying copied, and then all it's copying is the hidden use copy button. So Discord's having a moment.
Good job, you Discord.
Well done.
Hey,
well done. You're gonna make me turn off
Twitter
streamer
had a
mode.
moment yesterday too.
It did.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Disable streamer mode. Let's see.
Yep.
Right, I'm gonna be at this for a hot moment.
Cool. All good. M5S will be 7:30, by the way, and M8S will be 7:40. Cool. Sick. So I'm good to go. I still need to get my weapon. I still need to get my damn weapon. I need to like just pick a day every week to just go grind them for us.
When does Echo turn on for you? Like, when can we just kind of brute force that too? Would that be on the release?
I don't know. I think I'd like to get my weapon without Echo, though. You know, just say I did it.
Sure.
For my own
I can
EP.
respect that.
Yeah. If I don't get to it and Echo comes out, then I'm just gonna be like, who cares? Let's just go. But I'd like to get it done soon. Sestasha, here we come. Yeah. This is a group for lovers of hard dungeons.
Yep. PP Palace on repeat over and over again.
Kyle wants a hard PP. You heard it here first.
And that's the room
Big
for
fan.
it.
It's the room. Room for hard PP.
Awesome. I see you on here. I will get you after today's stream. So please be patient, but you will see a new room appear for you below the show. It'll be right below the video game news channel before Monster Hunter as well.
Sick.
All right. Well, where do we do you want to go unlock it at least so we can like stand in the room and kind of think about our lives?
Yeah, let's think about our lives. Sure. Let's do that. We re-enable the sound because I was hearing broom.
Oh, sure.
Over and over
well,
again.
you know, broom
by the
happens.
way, look at my fresh. Look at my fresh level 100 dancer.
Oh, dude, you got 100. Nice. Well done. Oh, don't you
behold what I do when you're, being a good dad.
I like your translucent glove.
This is just this is the Dawn Trail artifact set. Or
I like it though.
called.
It's not like it actually.
If you look up close, it has like that same velvet texture on the dark parts as your Astrologian.
Yeah,
gear.
it's very pretty.
Yeah,
I really like
ain't
that.
mad about it. What I am mad about is you cannot dye the purple pink parts.
Oh,
it has two dye channels, but you can't dye the colored part of the armor.
That lame, but totally makes sense. I can see why that would be complicated, but yeah, that's disappointing. That's 100% disappointing.
It makes it impossible to actually customize.
How are you supposed to match with this? How am I supposed to get this done?
Yeah. The chiffon effect is phenomenal, though. It's so good. I just wish I could change the damn color.
This is the Wandering Minstrel in Dawn Trail Tuliolol. So nothing.
What a surprise!
Nothing special. Well, I guess it is a Wandering Minstrel kind of thing, but it would have been fun to bring out the big guy. What was his name? The big guy. All of Ishikawa's favorite fanfic characters from Crystal Tower. Like, just wheel him out here, get him on the board again. Say hello.
He's down by the inn, right?
Yes.
The four-ard cabins. Oh, I'm sorry, I misspoke. You can dye it. It doesn't change the purple, but it does change the pink. So you're stuck with purple on this thing.
But you can kind of change what it changes into, like what the color sort of evolves.
The pink part of the gradient will become a different color.
Okay.
So you're locked into half of this color.
Okay. Well, that's better. Oh my God, what a murderous dancer! Holy crap, you look badass. I know that's the Scion set, but putting a dancer on it
is so evil looking.
It's great. I love it.
Like, what if Tataru just like spinning disturbed
yeah.
24/7 while she was sewing that?
I don't
like,
know. Yeah, I don't know why she did the mask. The rest of it's pretty, like traveler outfit, good for adventuring. You got some bandages. Plenty of good characters have bandages on their arms. There's nothing wrong
the
with
end
that.
of Stormblood. The camera slowly pushes in on the door to Tataru's sewing room. It peeks through the door, and you just hear, "Ow!"
It's too much Hellraiser for you.
Yeah.
Oh, the Moon Knight, and they got the moon glaive thing going on.
It is very Moon Knight.
Okay, all right.
That is... I love Oscar Isaac in that show. It is, however, also one of the worst edited shows I've ever seen.
I didn't even hear people like, oh, I like it. Like, I didn't hear that about it.
The characters are really fun, but like it plays out like nobody was on set together.
That's a shame.
Yeah, like his first big action scene, there's literally a shot where he's like 150 feet away from somebody, and in the next shot he's just up on them, and there's no like cool movement ability or anything shown. It's just like, wait, how did he get? What?
That's comedy.
The editing really bothered me. Like, it has so much sauce potential. It's like all sauce, no connective tissue. Like,
I really
it desperately needs a bun.
I really liked him as Apocalypse too, but they shot him like a short guy, and it made it kind of weird because he is a pretty short guy.
I never saw that one. I saw the trailers made that movie look terrible.
I love Apocalypse, though. Apocalypse is one of my favorite villains. He's so poetic. He's a beautiful villain. But if they made Robert Downey Jr. look tall, they could have given him a little magic.
Yeah, I've never wanted to love something more than Moon Knight, and just kind of wasn't able to. It's just not a particularly well put together show. It's seems like the height of Committee, because like I think Marvel's getting decent again. Like some of the latest Marvel stuff's been really solid. Like I feel like they're getting out of their way again, but that era was rough. It was a tough time. Anyway, I'm clicking on the Cloud of Darkness.
Right.
Chaotic Alliance raids pit up to 24 adventurers against a fearsome foe who has been made even more powerful than before. Do you wish to unlock Cloud of Darkness? Yes. Are we gonna get a scene?
But there wouldn't be anything wrong with unlocking it. Why did you? That seems like I'm agreeing to something. That feels kind of weird.
Seem like is there a new EULA? Yeah. By agreeing to do a 24-player raid, you can never make a clickbait video about the board of directors ever again.
You must use Party Finder to complete Cloud of Darkness. No, anything but, please.
It reminds me, some days ago I had the pleasure of meeting your good friend Grahatia. He approached me, wondering if he had seen me elsewhere before, and so I told him about my endeavors in verse. Taking an interest in my work, he invited me to join him in the word that in this entire expansion I've never been able to even come close to pronounce. The Taco Place, where we discussed tales of heroism over tacos and churrasco. I had so much chorizo while we were in Wyoming.
Yeah, the food was pretty good. Food was pretty good.
'Twas then that he shared a story that is especially close to his heart. A giant fought Cloud Lady tried to kill him once, and 24 of his closest friends. The Fellowship of Noah's foray into the Crystal Tower. You played a vital role in it, did you not?
I was required to.
They forced me to. I had no choice. Together, with more than a score of your fellows, you triumphed over numerous formidable foes to secure the structure. How do you recall the experience, pray? As adventurers typically work in small groups, I dare say it felt quite different to be part of a large contingent.
I may have been a little nervous.
The last one is the most true, because I still don't know how to do a single fight in Crystal Tower correctly.
I spun those bosses. I tanked and I spun the bosses nonstop.
Oh, I did the full-on Alphino pose. Did you?
What? No, I just kind of looked like...
I hand on hip and put my finger up like this.
Oh, I did my usual, like, I'm a goofball kind of smile.
I do favor such an approach myself. I would not have expected that. Now, I can only speak as an observer, but I imagine it must be uniquely satisfying to sally forth as a member of a great collective to accomplish tremendous feats. And to defeat the dreaded cloud of darkness is a tremendous feat indeed. She is a ruler among her kind, occupying the highest rung of the hierarchy of Voidsent. Full oft has she left her mark upon mankind's history, not least of all when she forged a pact with Emperor Zande. And according to records, she employed powerful magics, the likes of which defied mortal comprehension.
She did?
She used beams and more beams?
These are fabulous options.
It may well be that you saw merely one aspect of the cloud of darkness. As I understand it, Voidsent are changeable beings. Their forms depended on factors such as the ether at their disposal. Another time, and you may have faced a somewhat different foe. It is an intriguing possibility to consider, would you not agree? Listen, buddy, I just want to grind. So together with your comrade Reen, you gave rise to a being based upon the cloud of darkness? Oh, is this how they're going to switch it up? They're going to bring in Cloud of Darkness from Eden?
Yeah.
Are you yelling based?
Like based on, yeah. Well, remember she was like a floating lady with little...
I mean, Eden is based, man.
Yeah,
like, I'm not going to fight you on that.
Gonna be confused when I see mountains and start yelling peak.
That's what I yell when I want smoked wings. A familiar yet distinct entity shaped by your combined impressions of the Voidsent Queen. It gives me an idea. I shall compose a song about the true cloud of darkness as I imagined her, for which I shall draw inspiration from your account. Without further ado.
So we're getting a copy of a copy.
When light and dark as one become, to oblivion all to cast. A champion dauntless shall arise to cleave them all at last. Into their hands entrusted be the hopes of all mankind. Upon the wind eternal born, a bright and shining sign. The time is come, so go you forth unto the battlefield. The final confrontation looms to test your blade and shield. I don't play Paladin.
It's a proverbial shield. Steal your heart. I made of wood.
What is that from?
Nothing. I just made it up, you know? Like, there's plenty of sayings you can disagree with based on material differences.
It's like
it's from me. I said it.
One of my favorite quotes from Scott Pilgrim. What's that from? My brain. Though it may pale in comparison to facing the cloud of darkness, it gave me great satisfaction to compose these verses. And should they give you satisfaction as well, then naught would please me more.
All right, well let's go in.
We can't.
Well, we can't.
You need minimum party of 12 to even phase
to
in.
even like go in.
Yep.
Can't even like see the battlefield with our own eyeballs.
Yep. Nope. Correct.
I mean, we could maybe just find a bunch of people who just want to like stare
who want to not do anything while we just like sit there and pontificate.
Yeah. I guess it is a big ask. That's fair. You know, I would have liked to do it in the room. The room where it happens. The room where it happens. You know? Exactly. You know, see the battlefield. 12 minimum. I mean,
12 minimum.
They wouldn't have to stay, right?
4 in each alliance? Oh,
that's messy. Could be done.
Right. Well, just jump up and down if you don't mind.
Let's see. I'm gonna do a little
YouTube
bit
lag
of,
is not too bad today.
Okay.
It's 4. That's 5.
Let's see. 95.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Who has this?
Oh, good God.
Mr.
No, just to be clear, we're not running. We're not running this.
Yep. Nope. Nobody's. Yeah. We are looking at this is for your educational benefit and ours.
Oh, wait. We're full. How do I? I've done this before.
Also, it might be a good opportunity to like lay out what our party frames might look like for this.
How do I change? How do I become a bigger party? If you create an alliance party first, you can't convert. There's no option to convert. I guess I've only ever done it through Party Finder.
Oh, Hector does not do a chaotic guide.
Oh no, how will I ever learn?
I know, right? Got a Mr. Happy guide here. Just first clears. A lot of confusion with the Eden version. Oh, this is a really well-made guide. Oh, okay, never mind. YouTube lied to me. It said it had 7 views, but it was wrong. Like, oh, this looks nice. This looks like a really nice guide.
7 views, huh?
No, it has 2,000. Yeah, it looks like Mr. Happy's kind of the go-to guide, but I need to see what kind of things. Did he end up with one of the terminology, one of the 4?
I mean, I'm happy to watch Happy.
Oh yeah, I'm happy to watch Happy too. I just want to know if it's one of the big 4. The Yoshi, you know, we were talking about the Yoshi earlier.
Oh, okay.
Was he responsible for raid plan, COD car, healer out, or idle? No, he's happy.
Oh. Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm happy
Yeah.
to watch Happy. I'm pleased to watch Happy.
So he was closest to car, but not exactly the same one. Oh, up to date? It changed?
Sorry about that.
Aurelia? It's okay. I'm fathoming things. Aurelia? Get out here, you graphics.
Loving the music.
Oh, both.
Yeah, both. Not a mix. Both. You fight both. How do you say that word?
Which one? Cloud of Darkness?
No, Stygian.
Oh.
I haven't seen it in a long time, but it came up a lot in my youth.
I don't know. I just think it sounds like a Darkest Dungeon word, so I want to say like Stygian, vestigial, useless.
Vestigial.
Oh, well, this seems rather not square shaped.
No, it does not. This seems
less than square shaped at the moment.
Well, Kyle, it's because it's Enix shaped.
Okay. Ooh, I like your pose. Very celebratory.
Well, thank you.
So I guess it becomes square at a later date?
Well, not before it becomes soft. I can't stop. I'm sorry. Someone stop me.
All right.
All right. Level 695. Let's just, let's just do this.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get her. Do your best, Ghostbusters. Get her. Oh, magic! I think I know this one. Oh, well, that was bigger.
Oh.
That was bigger than I thought it'd be. Oh, what's okay? So we got blades. Oh wow, isn't she fancy? You got mini missiles. Are you alive?
No.
All right, let me help with that.
Oh, thank you for the res. Much appreciated.
We're diluting our darkness. Oh, okay. Hey, here we
Oh,
go.
now I see squares.
Well, one square.
What are you talking about? The whole floor is squares.
Well, yeah, but where's the multi-square? Oh my God, the health bars. Hey, wall ladies. Oh, they're spinning.
That is not what I remember the lyrics to Gangnam Style being.
Then we just kind of do this thing.
Oh, geez. And dead again. Okay. All right.
Oh, vacuum. Oh, ouch.
Let me tell you, if I was a tank right now, I would feel privileged.
I'm privileged with the ability to see my own health bar before anyone else's.
I survived a couple hits. We're running it. No, this is just a meme poll. So if Kyle wants to make a trailer, he has a video of us all dying.
Particle beam. Oh, you're winning. Oh, you do it. Titania to the very end. Excellent. Did anyone catch the number on that prog?
I've got a recording of it. Okay, wonderful. So fathoming this room is not going to help us.
No, this room is apparently going to change a lot. So we did not really get a basis for information.
No, so does standing on the purple hurt? No.
Where's my Dragonator? Yeah, everyone take a picture. Be sure to take a picture.
Oh God, I fell.
Oh, well,
just so you know, falling off will kill you.
You tested it for science. Your sacrifices.
Look at how beautiful it lines you up middle of the room when you die.
Oh yeah, look at that. What? Oh,
he is risen.
What the sweet hell was that? Here, show us your things we don't understand.
What? What are you talking about?
If you have markers, put them down. Let's just see them.
Oh, it's just marker. Yeah, no context markers.
No context markers. Anyone got any?
Monkers? Did you just say monkers?
Monkers. Yep. Oh, okay. That looks like just warm up. Doesn't look particularly useful at all.
This is for the fight?
You know, the lines on the floor.
Kyle, did you know there's lines on the floor?
I did. There are many, actually. There's more than I think this is the most min-maxed lines I've ever seen on the floor.
Bum, 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 bum. Not me saving these. Nope. You won't catch me saving these.
No.
Not me saving these, hoping
Okay.
that whoever's putting them down uses an add-on so that they're in perfect pixel places.
Okay.
I don't use add-ons, but I use other people's markers that they use add-ons to place. Oh, shit.
So basically, I wouldn't kill a chicken, but they are delicious.
I mean, I would absolutely kill a chicken if, you know, if society fell.
Yeah, if the cards are stacked against you and you need a chicken.
Yeah, I would absolutely butcher my own chicken, you know, if we were in a situation where that was necessary.
That's a weird one.
But there's so many chickens that are already ready to be eaten.
I know. Why can't more? The fight is so complicated that PF makes everyone run to their exact spots before doing the pull. That's not a bad idea, you know, a little rehearsal. Clap, clap, everybody to your places.
Interesting.
Are you spelling dice bag?
Dick bag, Kyle. Dick bag. There's no E.
32?
Dick bag is
my favorite hobbit.
I have never seen anyone spell dick bag. How the hell have I gone this long in this game without seeing this? This is like totally some shit I would have done.
Against the Yule.
Got him. Backwards, it don't smell nothing.
Oh, that's true. You can do them backwards by looking at them backwards, right? Or do they turn around?
They turn around. It's a sprite.
Oh, bummer.
They're always.
Thank you, video game, for not having my D's be backwards when I'm on the wrong side of the map.
Yeah, it's ab kid, you know, or gab kid, Gabsid.
Old Castrum tech? No, I can't. Well, we did Castrum offline, so there wasn't anyone to, haze us during those days. If anything, my entire party broke out in, why is your gear so bad? And I'm like, I don't know why. And they're like, wait, do you have coffers? And I'm like, yeah, I got coffers. They're like, oh my God, everyone stop the raid. Let him open his coffers. And then everyone argued for the rest of the raid whether or not you could open coffers inside of a raid. And I was like, I can't open them. And they're like, okay, just be off tank. Okay, it's fine. Just be off tank. But when you're done with this, please open your coffers.
That's hysterical. Oh God, man, that's the shit. That's the shit I love.
It's an MMO classic, you know.
Shit I love about 14 is those kind of moments. Just it's been a while since I've mentioned it. It's like when I start going to punk shows, bands get up on stage and they're like, "There's one rule: if someone falls, help them back up," and then they just scream into the microphone and the first song starts and you're just like, "Oh my God, what is happening?" And the mosh pit opens up. You're just like, oh, I feel so included. I love it. I love it. I saw one. There's one on TikTok. I don't know the band, but they're keeping it alive and well because it's from a concert over the weekend. Some band I've never seen before. It was like the 3 rules. It was like, get rowdy, don't touch anyone that doesn't want to be touched, and if somebody falls, help them up. And I was like, those are good 3 rules for a concert. Those are good rules. Hell yeah.
Those are good rules for life.
Those are good rules for life. Get rowdy. Don't touch anyone that doesn't want to be touched. If somebody falls down, you help them back up.
I'm going to come downstairs after the stream and clasp my son on the shoulder, get down one knee and be like, son, I've got something to tell you. It's very important.
Oh, man. It's very important. Yeah. Oh, man.
All right, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Right, let's go find a cozy spot.
This is of questionable. Hold on, real quick. In Alliance, TY all.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you for coming to our TED Talk.
I appreciate it massively. Thank you for being here.
That was your first Green Day show?
All right, well, I mean, he said he talked about this over Muse and Tacos, so let's go to the taco stand.
Nice. To the taco stand.
Sit at the, oh, wait. Oh, these all have, but I like the look of this drink. I'll sit here.
Wholesome violence.
With the, are those chips or mac and cheese? Oh, they're chips. Kind of look like mac and cheese.
What?
The bowl, the square bowl.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of looks like mac and cheese.
It does kind of look like mac and cheese. Yeah, no, I'm with you.
Yep, everybody wiped. Disband. You're all awful.
Keeper of the Lake Stop, good to see you. Said, yo, you been looking at controls and stuff. What MMO mouse are you using, Kyle or chat? I like Kyle's grenade of cooldowns, and I want to try that. What one are you using? It's a
Razer
right?
Naga Pro. And I've gone through a lot of Razer Nagas in my day. The old one used to break like hell, and I was rather upset with Razer for quite a while. But this one actually is holding up great, and I love the magnet features on it. So yeah, it's a good one.
I had the original Naga. That's what I killed Lich King with, and it broke shortly after.
Yep, it could not take a lot of clicks.
No. But I thought the buttons were ass. Like, they were not good. Yours are way better. They're like actual individual clicky buttons.
Yeah, when it's a grid and they're all kind of mushed together, you can't feel your way around it. But this one actually has like 3D. The middle feels different than the outer buttons.
Yeah, the original Razer Naga, I think it was all a rubber diaphragm, right? Like a cheap Nokia phone.
Yeah, it was.
Which you would think would make it indestructible, but it just made it shit to use, and it broke. So, yeah. Because I've used your mouse a few times just like to click around on your computer, and I'm like, oh shit, Razer Naga got a lot better. I do like Razer mice in general. They're used regular clicking, like right and left click. I've never had them prematurely die. They last a long time. Like, I'm using just a normal Razer mouse right now. I also just like the shape of them. They fit my hand very nicely. So, not sponsored though. Razer, you're out there.
Oh yeah.
I know I just said I didn't like your cheap Nokia phone, original Razer Naga, but
we all evolve. We all change.
I think
they'd be proud of us giving them another shot.
I left and I came back. Did my time with Corsair, and I was like, I really miss the shape of those Razer mice. Miss it. I'm currently using a Corsair keyboard though that I quite enjoy. None of this is sponsored. These are just things I purchased with my own money that I enjoy.
I got a HyperX, and it does the vaporwave, which I like a lot. But it's also
I am a big fan of RGB puke. I know some people are not huge fans. I like it, and yeah, my keyboard is just cycling every color of the rainbow. So some colors that aren't in the rainbow, because I don't believe pink exists in a rainbow.
Yeah, it doesn't even happen. And I guess if the red passed through a white cloud, it doesn't. No, that's not really how it works.
No, it's just like brown doesn't exist. Even like on a color wheel. Blow your mind, Kyle.
Yeah, I've never really thought about it.
Brown doesn't exist.
But what about the trees?
It's a dark red, typically. Variations there within.
All right, I am looking for. I just had it. Where the hell did it go? I think it's my brain is forgetting that this came out around Christmas. That's right. Oh, and then there was the update to the demi materia that happened with this. We got first impressions. All right,
brown is shitty orange. That's a great way to put it.
I mean, that's not wrong.
Yeah.
All right, so you want to do a Mr. Happy guide and just kind of feel it out? Because that's the car.
Let's take a look.
Wait, oh, I'm logged into us. Okay, hang on.
I think it's too big of a group. And there's going to be too many things that are not our concern. Hey, everyone. To go mechanic by mechanic.
Yeah.
On Thursday night.
And we need to be able to help people do what they need to do while also making sure we're doing what we need to do. So
yes.
Let me get you a copy of this.
Thank you. Yeah, it'd be easiest if you just stream to me, so only one of us is pausing and playing. Yeah, my hair is poofy today.
It looks lush.
Miss Wyoming in regards to my hair. It was lovely. All right, go.
All right.
Mr. Happy here, and welcome to my guide to Cloud of Darkness on the
Why can't I
chaotic
hear
difficulty.
anything?
This is
Should be on your end to activate it.
Ah, got it.
effectively an extreme/savage level 24 player boss using good old World of Darkness's final boss. This encounter has its own set of loot, including item level 730 armor, mounts, a minion, and a hairstyle. We'll talk more about the loot in the end of the video. This fight is broken up into several phases and several responsibilities depending on your position within those phases. Please use the timestamps in the description to find what you need. At the start of the fight, there are a ton of positions to assign. For Phase 1, you'll just need Alliance A to go west, B to stay middle, and C to go east, then split into light parties. These assignments should be enough for newer groups. For Phase 2, we'll talk about it when we get there. At the start of the fight, make sure at least one tank in each alliance has aggro. The boss will do Blade of Darkness pretty much right away. This attack does one of three things. If she holds both of her arms in front of her, it does a large point-blank AoE.
Sure.
If she raises one of her arms, then the opposite arm will have a safe donut right next to it. Basically,
Donut.
get to the arm that's closer to the ground. Once she does 2 Blades of Darkness, she will cast Flood of Darkness, doing a raid-wide plus bleed on every player, while also changing the arena and starting her first phase.
Cool.
Make sure to have percentage mid on this to reduce the bleed. After the phase begins, Cloud of Darkness will begin firing 11 attacks at the top aggro in each alliance, inflicting them with lightning resistance down. Every few autos, the tanks in each alliance should swap to ensure that tanks aren't overwhelmed by the damage, though you could also try to go for a new record. After a few autos, she will
I love Happy.
That's beautiful.
Damn it.
Beautiful thing.
Damn it, Happy.
Did that make sense to you? 6 tanks swapping aggro. Just don't have aggro if you have the debuff is basically what's going on there.
It seems like it. Yeah, it seems like I'm mostly just going to be paying attention to my debuff.
Okay.
cast Grim Embrace twice back to back. Each time she casts it, she will tether 12 players and give them a Deadly Embrace debuff. When this debuff expires, a hand will pop out of the player and attempt to give them the deadliest high five of their life, giving
that
a
hand
player a
graphic's
stack
awesome.
of damage down, and a 5-second doom that, if not cleansed, will end you. The hand
Wait,
will
why'd we see a bunch of ladies in walls? We didn't see hands. Is it randomized, or is he just like, everybody knows that? Everyone knows to not stand in the thing that's charging.
Does he just skip past the grid mechanic?
It could be randomized, but it's kind of weird.
Maybe.
will either lunge out in the direction the player is facing or behind the player. This is determined by Cloud of Darkness's animation during Grim Embrace, which either has her pulling the crystal towards her or pushing it away from her.
Oh, God.
You'll either need to backstep out of the AoE as it appears in front of you or run forward to get out of the AoE as it appears behind you.
Oh, weird.
Her gripping
hands
behind the crystal
like that or like this.
But she did it to only half the party there. So the first, because this looks like uncut footage, right?
Well, you can see the lines attaching.
Yeah, and then
So it's across the whole stage.
and then she gives it to the other half with a different animation. Oh, that's
That's
yeah.
trippy.
Oh, okay. All right. Animations.
like 1B, 2F, or 1F, 2B. What's important is you remember which of the two grips you're affected by. Echo macros or mental reminders work wonders. When your debuff is about to wear off, try to aim the hand outside of the arena as best as possible, or at least as far away from the rest of the
that's
group
cute.
as possible. Then simply
You're
take a
baiting it
small step back or a small step
off the
forward when the
arena.
debuff hits 0, and you'll be good.
How
Like
is he? How is he walking? Mr. Happy's not a controller player, right?
What?
Is he slowing
Small
down?
step
Watch
back
him,
or a small step
and he does like a
forward
little.
when the debuff hits 0, and you'll
He's
be
only
good.
moving a little bit.
Legacy players might have
And right
tighter
here, he's
timing
like,
for this if they
"You
need to
do,
back
do,
up,
do,
though they
do,
do have
do."
plenty of options.
Was he just walking backwards before flipping his character?
Could be walking backwards. Oh, the debuff slows you. Okay. Oh, so
well, there you go.
okay, it's more dangerous.
Like
Make a
locking
problem
on to help assist.
I can't tell with,
If you're
with Lalafels.
Are they running?
They're too effing
walking?
small.
Comfortable, you can also go to the very back of the room and gap close as soon as the debuff disappears.
you go.
And you should dodge it regardless of which hand it is. That is assuming your teammates
There's the
didn't
stylish
also
way to
drop
do it.
one directly in front of you. While your debuffs are resolving, Cloud of Darkness will do one of two mechanic
I can hear
patterns
so much
relative to
trauma.
what timer she is.
From me?
From him.
Oh, I thought
He's
you were
saying you could gap close and you should be fine, assuming a teammate didn't drop a one right in front of you.
Oh,
I'm just like, sounds like that's happened.
because I just want to gap close, man. You look badass. I feel bad. I wish I could gap close.
Come as a samurai. Does samurai have a gap closer?
Yes, yeah, they get
Okay.
to dash. Absolutely, they're badass.
Come as a samurai, man.
Assigned on everyone.
I'll
with
come
Grim
as a
Embrace.
dancer and I'll have
First
even more
up,
gap
she will summon
closes.
several cloudlets along the back edges of the room. They will do 4 sets of line AoEs, all of which you just need to dodge. Just look at the back of the room, align yourself to be just outside the first 2 line AoEs, and then step into them as they appear. After the second movement, you'll be safe until all 4 of the lines are done. However, during the Cloudlet AoEs, Cloud of Darkness will also begin casting one of 3 spells: Death, Arrow, or Flare. Death will pull players towards the center of the platform before an AoE goes off and inflicts doom on any hit. Right after the center AoE goes off, it becomes a donut, so players should step in right after that initial AoE goes off. Arrow hits the center of the platform with a powerful AoE, likely killing anyone hit. This also knocks players back, so they should line up with the same spots you used for Death, those 3 far corners, and get knocked back into them. Knockback resist does work on both Arrow and Death, but I would not recommend using it on this first set here. Save it for later. The final option is Flare, which gives 1 player from each alliance a Flare marker. These hit incredibly hard, so you may think they're a joke like other fights. They aren't. Ensure you have a lot of nit and that those 3 players are very far away from the party.
I'm really
each
happy to
other.
hear that because we've been
Alliance
kind of
A's
ignoring
flare
flares.
should head to
Yeah.
the left side of the platform, B towards the back, and C towards the right. After the flare goes off, each alliance will get 2 light party stack markers, so split into light parties like we assigned earlier. Alliance A's light parties lean left, B back or middle, and C's to the right. Right after the flare will be a Blade of Darkness, so respond accordingly. Grim Embrace debuffs will begin resolving after this, so it's up to every individual player.
Wait, what happened to the Doom? Or was that a if then you messed up, you got Doom?
Well, he's also saying it can be cleansed.
That's important because I have to do that. who
Yeah,
got,
he-
who got
he
Doom
mentioned
when?
it.
Shit.
He mentioned it.
Okay.
That was like 3 minutes ago.
I know.
dude.
I just expected there to be a rather, because we don't normally cleanse things. It just doesn't happen. So I can help. Wait, when was the last time you got doomed? Frickin' Desert Temple, A Realm Reborn? Like, it doesn't happen all that often.
Cleansing happens, I feel like, a decent amount in dungeons, and
Never happens.
I noticed that I never get cleansed when I'm running with a certain someone.
Well,
but
that's because it never happens. It's so rare.
it's not a guaranteed doom. If someone does something wrong, they get doom.
I got it right there. Yeah, no, don't cleanse shame me. It's right. Look at that. It's on E. You know how important E is? It's right next to W. Like I can't even walk
I don't
forward.
use it because I use Q and need a strafe.
I can't even walk forward without thinking about how much I love cleansing.
Okay.
Someone dooms themselves, it's their own fault. Healers aren't required to cleanse. Well, I still want to be a badass and help out.
Man, but
Fair
the
to
healers, like, what do you want? Like, the game's not hard enough, but then you can't be bothered to cleanse. Like, make up your mind.
Well, it's the healer, personality.
Make up your mind, healers. Make up your mind.
I personally
All I
don't,
hear about is how bored you are.
I don't find cleansing
And then I come
particularly
swinging in with the,
engaging.
"Excuse me, sir, may I have a cleanse?"
What I do find engaging is Unstoppable. I wish I could give that. That's really fun. I find Breaking Roots really enjoyable, so that could be a cleanse thing. If my debuff allows you to have enhanced movement or some sort of window and vulnerability, I find that very engaging.
Okay. All right.
Remember theirs and do it correctly. If you're someone with an Asuna, be ready, just in case. Cloud of Darkness will also cast either End Death or End Arrow. This makes it so the next time that she does Blade of Darkness, she will also perform Death or Arrow immediately after. A member of the Alliance posting a macro for this for everyone to remember helps plenty, but she does leave a text box in your chat that will tell you which one she's doing. Either Wind Abide in My Breast or Death Abide in My Breast. So you can use those as reminders as well. At this point, if you're getting tons of back-to-back debuff timers expiring, after 3 sets, she will cast Break. This summons 2 eyes along the outer edges and petrifies any player looking at Cloud of Darkness or the eyes when the cast bar finishes.
Oh,
Just
okay.
look away from all of them any way possible and you're good. If just one debuff set goes off, then Cloud of Darkness will use Rapid Sequence Particle Beam. This targets each alliance with an 8-player split damage line AoE that hits 4 times back to back.
Damn.
It's also what we like to call a wild charge, dealing significantly more damage to the first 2 players it hits in each alliance. So Alliance A to the left, B middle,
so
C
6
right,
tanks.
and make sure that the tanks stand in front of the rest of the alliance. Also,
double
ensure there's
wild charge.
decent
That's
hit here.
cool.
Regardless of which pattern you get, the rest of the phase plays out similarly, just with slightly different timings. The break pattern
fight
has
seems
Blade of
sick.
Darkness right after break, which then sets off the end arrow or end death.
And it looks like it's a full-blown defeat the cloud, and then you move on to whatever's next, because that health was low.
Seems like it.
The rapid sequence pattern summons a second set of cloudlets and then begins casting Blade of Darkness while they're still going off, which then sets off an arrow or end death. This timing is usually harder, so I highly recommend using your knockback resist for the end spell execution. Just ensure that if it's death, you know to still step into the donut after the middle explodes. And if it's arrow, do not run to the center of the room and get killed by the initial hit. As the final debuffs and cloudlets are resolving, there will be one more arrow, death, or flare. Arrow and death are the same here, but flare is just going to be the 3 flare markers, none of that light party stuff from earlier. Finish handling your hand debuffs and you are all set. You'll be hit by Flood of Darkness for raid-wide damage and the phase will end. Keep in mind that this phase actually repeats at the end of the fight, doing whichever pattern you didn't experience here. So by learning this first phase, you've really learned over half the fight already. After Flood of Darkness, Cloud of Darkness immediately begins casting Deluge of Darkness to change the arena shape again. This attack also inflicts a bleed, so ensure that there's a good amount of percentage mid on
There it is. There's the shape.
Once in this phase, every tank should try to have aggro on Cloud of Darkness. Just toss a provoke her way at some point. While Cloud of Darkness will auto-attack the 4 tanks in the middle platforms, if any of them dies, then the outside tanks taking double autos is better than one of the DPS or healers randomly getting attacked. As for position assignments, this is where most of the fight's difficulty comes. Given this is still an early guide, I don't think anyone completely agrees, but I'll do my best to explain the logic behind everything and of course provide you with diagrams. So this
Dear
image
God.
accurately assigns every player from every alliance a position. It ensures there's healers.
Okay. Where'd Yoshi go?
I don't think that graphic existed yet, Kyle.
Well, you know, I'd like to see if it. Here we go. Yeah, let's get old Yoshi on the screen. So he was supposed to be closest to Car, which is the Yoshi. Actually, by chance. Oh, yeah, checks out. Oh yeah, look
So
at that.
We're doing car strat.
Apparently, right now we're investing into car strat by following Mr. Happy's guide here.
By following Happy. Okay.
Yeah, this is pretty much spot on. Okay. All right, let's hear the why.
In range of everyone in their own alliances across the entirety of the phase, so long as everyone stays alive, and allows for easy assignments and movement across both the outside platforms and PvP tiles in the middle. I'd like to take special note of the 6 players on the outer platforms that are closer to the middle of the room. Later on, positions are going to get swapped between a lot of players, but these 6 players ideally never have to do PvP tiles. This is because of how the Looming Chaos swaps work, only swapping 6 players on the inside with the 6 furthest from them and 3 on each outer platform. If you have a player who is struggling with PvP tiles or you're carrying a first timer for bonus, considering adjusting positions to give them one of these 6 spots, as it means they'll only ever have to do the outside platforms. As for the players on those outer platforms, we had this image to showcase their relative positions for all of their mechanics. All positions are done relative.
Wow. So this was just like this is where you're hanging out in. Generally, be here. But then this is the particulars of what you're doing on that square.
Oh my word.
Wow.
Oh my word. Oh my word.
Okay. All right. Well,
Players on those outer platforms, we had this image to showcase their relative positions for all of their mechanics. All positions are done relative to the outside of the room, which is why this image is turned to treat that as our quote north. Not much to say about these. They assign positions for line AoE spreads, pair partners, and tower assignments. Keep them up on a second monitor or on your phone or something if it helps. While Deluge of Darkness is casting, be sure to start getting into position based on that diagram. Melees who are staying on the outer platforms can stay close to Cloud of Darkness and then move to their respective sides using the outer rings afterwards if they want. Once Deluge of Darkness finishes, only players on the center tiles will be able to hurt the Cloud of Darkness directly. Players on the outer platforms will instead have 2 Stygians of Darkness to hit. Fortunately, all damage done to the Stygians is inflicted to Cloud of Darkness at the end
I
of
always
the
like
phase.
that.
All center tiles can also
into that.
only
I'm
support
into that.
1 player at a time. If 2 players step into a tile, it will instantly break and drop them to their death. You may also not stand on the same tile for longer than about 43 seconds, or it will break. Be sure to refresh tiles regularly between each major mechanic and to keep an eye on your allies doing their resets as well. I'd like to take special note that if you are resurrected during your 5-second resin vuln, your weight on a platform is 0. So as long as you don't sprint or take any actions, you have 5 seconds to get back to a spot where you belong. The outer platform players also have to occasionally cull the 4 Otamos that spawn in the intercardinal positions. These will tether to players shortly after spawning and deal massive damage over time to them. They will also eventually begin healing the Cloud of Darkness herself, so have ranged pick them off with a few GCDs whenever they respawn. The Atamos also leave behind a puddle that, when stepped in, will cause the player to teleport to the telegraph's location after 6 seconds. This can be used by the players on the inside if they die and are resurrected on the outer platforms in order to return to the middle, or to fix any sort of wonky things that happen in this fight.
But
honestly, it requires a lot of
way to
personal
adjust.
accountability and fight knowledge to do safely. Players on the outer ring should avoid these puddles while doing any mechanics that requires going near them, or at the very least, ensure that they stay on the outside of the platform if they get the teleport with the telegraph.
I guess you just teleport
Shortly
yourself
into
to
the
outer-
phase, Cloud of
stay on
Darkness
the
will
outside of
cast
the ring with
Dark
it.
Dominion, doing heavy raid-wide damage and changing the outer ring into a danger space, inflicting a very potent bleed on anyone who steps in it. Ensure players are healthy after the phase change and the bleed ticks have hit them. The tanks on the outer platform should position the Stygians like in the diagram I showed earlier and like on the screen right now. Both Stygians will do Third Art of Darkness. This has 2 half-platform AoEs and either a line AoE spread or pair partners. The half rooms are designated by just one of her tentacles lighting up. The pair partners, if both of them light up, and the line spread if it's just her body that lights up. While the half platforms and line spreads are easy enough to understand, it's important to note that the pair partners are proximity baited. The 3 closest players will each bait a paired AoE, hence why the diagram has the layout that it has. Ensure that if you're not the baiter, that you're just a few steps back from that person. Otherwise, you'll double up, or even worse, outrange the person who's baiting it.
All right, you hung like you understood it. Did you understand what just happened?
No, I was just talking about. I was just hung to the diagram, looking the way that it looks.
Okay.
No, I don't quite understand this. This would be something that I would take very slowly and make notes about.
Yeah, I'm not sure what we're baiting exactly.
It's also worth mentioning that
it's a pair AoE.
Yeah.
It appears to be directional in some fashion.
Super Mitt can allow players to survive these alone, so long as they don't double up. Tanks can also keep one alone if they pop a bunch of mid or their tank invuln. Try to do it like normal. Don't rely on these things, but also feel
Yeah, I think it was the mini missiles there.
free to take extra precautions. I know I do. Right after Third Art of Darkness resolves is Particle Concentration. This summons towers that requires players inside of them, both on the outer platforms and the PvP tiles. For the outer platforms, just follow the diagram to match 3 players into each tower.
I'm really happy we did speed.
Pause for a sec.
What's up?
Why are we saying pair stacks when it's dependent on the 3 closest players? That's not a pair. Pair is very specifically 2. You get my meaning?
Yes. Is it because there's only 6 people on the platforms? The other ones are in the middle. So you have contributors from other light parties. So that's why there's 3 pairs. Which is weird. But I
No,
get
but if the way it functions is based on 3 closest players,
right.
the 3 closest players each get a pair stack to then go stack with someone else. Oh, okay. 3 sets of 2. Gotcha. All right, that makes sense.
Right. I'm guessing we haven't gotten to why we need this many people middle doing things right now, but I guess that'll happen at some point. Also, whatever happens here, Third Art of Darkness. Oh, that's what we're watching. Most repeated, most replayed, Third Art of Darkness, right here, what we're on. So, so yeah, I think there's something going on there.
Her tentacles lighting up. Don't tell you're not the baiter, that you're just a few steps back, so long as they don't double up. Tanks can also eat one. Right after Third Art of Darkness resolves is Particle Concentration.
Okay, cool.
This summons towers that requires players inside of them, both on the outer platforms and the PvP tiles. For the outer platforms, just follow the diagram to match 3 players into each tower. For the inner platforms, there's a bit more nuance. Have all 3 players stand in a small triangle, with 2 players closer to the cardinals and 1 player in the middle tile. One of the outer players will basically begin in a tile that works and can just stay there. The corner tile takes the outermost tower position, and the remaining player fills in. This movement is simple, but just make sure not to assassinate each other. If any tower is missed, the entire 24 players will be hit with a raid wide. This inflicts some damage and gives a stacking vulnerability up. If just one goes off, it's not that big of a deal. Any more than that, and it starts to get rougher and rougher. If it looks like towers will be missed, consider Tank LBing before the hit, and I'll make special note of a part of this that we're going to use Tank LB for potentially later. Once this is done, you'll get a small reprieve with a bunch of auto attacks before Cloud of Darkness does Ghastly Gloom. This will either do a donut AoE or a cross AoE that hits everywhere, so both the tiles and outer platforms need to respect either pattern. The donut just has the tile player step
and the tiles
into
are
her
still
hitbox,
active for all this.
and the
That is
platform players
diabolical.
just get really close to the center edge of the platform. This is designated by the clouds around her, making sort of a ring around her hitbox. For the cross AoE, it just looks like a bunch of clouds surrounding her, and the tile players will have exactly 3 safe spaces per corner. It's safest to have 1 player claim an outside square before the mechanic even begins, and then have a movement prio for the other 2. The quicker you can get those 2 players into the corners just gives more time for the 3rd player, so the better you get at this, the faster this movement will be. For the outer platforms, they just run next to the Atomo circles along the outer ring, which is now freed up from Dark Dominion. Once this is resolved, the Atomos will respawn and the Stygians will cast Curse of Darkness. This places several different timed debuffs on the outer platform players. When these expire, that player fires a conal AoE in the direction they are looking, damaging and placing a dot on any player in its path. Keep track of your timers and look towards the outer ring when it's about to expire. In fact, one of them will expire almost immediately after you get these debuffs, so be sure to check. Right after these go off is Evil Seed. This places 8 seed markers over players around the room. 2 players on each of the outer platform will get one, and 4 of the tile players will get them, but no more than 2 in each corner. This diagram shows the end position of each seed placement. The outer players have a nice easy time just placing them along the edge. The inner players need to be careful about letting seed players get through to the east and west inner positions. If you get 2 seeds in one corner, it's best to let the east or westmost player go first and get to the further position, and the second player follows behind them and gets to the closer one. Once the AoEs appear, the 2 players should sprint back to their platforms in the same corner. Make sure if you're the further player that you don't run too fast and kill the person in front of you. And if you're the person who's doing less movement, then get out of the way. Keep in mind, any platform where a seed is placed counts as having a player on that platform. It's very important that the seeds are not on any platform except for the 4 that are designated in the diagram.
All right, pause.
Or it eliminates movement options.
Pause. How do I know when the tile is about to drop out from underneath me?
Yeah, he said 45 seconds and it pulses. Maybe in 5-second increments, but yeah, it doesn't seem like it's... It would be nice if it did it at exactly 45 seconds.
Because I see a square graphic that moves to the outer edge, but that's radiating and it does not appear to actually tell you when it's going to fall. It flashes red.
Yeah, okay. Flashes red. Okay. All right, so
it's purple,
it
it'll
gets
glow. You'll know. Okay.
It gets dangerous looking, apparently. That's good.
Goes purple, goes pink. Here we are with the purple and pink.
Yep, the purple and but
things again.
as long as we all agree it's on the red hues,
on
we're
the
good.
violet.
Yeah,
it's in the neighborhood of violet.
The side of things, yes.
And almost ensures that you're going to have problems later. This will immediately be followed by Ghastly Gloom, whichever one you didn't do first. So if you did Donut first, then it'll be Cross second, and vice versa. Right after this goes off, another set of curses will expire, so check your timer and aim outward. Now for the Brambles. When the Stygian Shadows begin casting Thorny Vine, you'll want 8 designated players standing as close as possible to the Vine AoEs. This will mark them as the tether target for that respective Vine. Once they receive the Vine debuff itself and are tethered to it, they can sprint and run away from it to break it.
Wow.
We have all 8 of the Vines handled by outer platform players as seen in this diagram. Run opposite and along the outer ring for a snappier break. The inner tile players aren't free though. There will be 2 sets of 2 players tethered to each other, one on the north side of the tiles and the other on the south. They'll need to start as close as possible and then run across the tiles until the Vine breaks. As Thorny Vine is casting, have all 3 players that are in a corner huddle close together. If 2 of you get targeted, stay close until the tether forms, then have the player in the farther tile begin running across. There's a chance that a player needs to shift over to let another player pass by here, so be ready to move over the tile that's half covered in a bramble to make room. If there are no brambles in your corner, have a player shift over to the half-covered bramble tile to leave the center tile open. The player breaking the tether will be...
Okay. I'm sure he mentioned it, and I missed it. I'm assuming 2 players on the same tile is insta-dead?
Falls out. Yeah, that's dead.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just kind of wowing at the they have to share this middle one to go refresh themselves.
What do you mean refresh themselves?
Well, because both these players on the outer edges have to use this middle one occasionally to get themselves off their here and there.
You had to reset the count on the tile.
Which isn't impossible, but still, it's just kind of one more stress.
Yeah. Okay. Oof.
Coming from the other corner and can use the extra space. It should break before that point, but there's no reason not to give them that extra room. Be sure to have any tile timers reset done well before the movement needs to occur. One final note, during the Bramble tethers, each Stygian will also begin casting an interruptible Flood of Darkness, which just does massive damage and inflicts a bleed to the raid. Make sure to interrupt this, whether it be the tank who's literally just standing there doing nothing except hitting the Stygian, or if his ranged as they're running away from the tether. Once all of that is done, reset to your default positions. Cloud of Darkness will begin gathering magical energies to prepare for her next attack, which doesn't have a cast bar, mind you. The attack itself is determined by what color she glows. If she glows purple, she will fire 2 sets of 12 spread AoEs. If she glows red, she will do a split damage line AoE on 6 different players. The spreads will always hit 12 times twice in a row. So if you have even a single dead player, then it's gonna double up on somebody. Tanks, if you see people are dead, consider just popping your invuln here. If all 6 tanks pop their invuln and you get lucky and one of them gets doubled up on, then you will have no additional deaths. And you really don't need the invuln for anything else. For the beams, you'll want to ensure that all 6 tanks are closest to the boss, as these are also wild charges, and any other players part of the stack are nearby behind them.
I like that.
This will target
wild
1
charges.
player
Makes
on
me
each
feel
of
like a
the
tank.
outer
I'm into it.
platforms and 1 player in each of the 4 corners. Ensure that you are all close enough to actually be hit and throw out mitigation. With 3 or more people, it doesn't hit so hard, but it's survivable with 2 players so long as they have mit. For the players on the tiles, if you need to get together for the wild charge, you should have 2 people on the back corner ones in the cubbies, and the tank should actually try to get pretty close to them next to that exact same spot. If you have the tank at the front of the platform, there's a chance that maybe it doesn't clip all 3 people. Like I said, you could survive with 2, but you really don't want to. Just having everyone huddled as close to the little hockey puck that blocks your movement a little bit just is a safer thing to do. Right after either spread or beams, Cloud of Darkness will begin casting active
Good word choice. I knew exactly what he mentioned.
Yeah,
what he meant by hockey puck. Yeah, good job, Happy. Good job.
This will do a line AoE in front and behind her that rotates with each blast, totaling a 90-degree turn. For the players on the outside, they'll have to dodge an AoE from the Stygian before they begin dodging the rotation. The Stygian will either do core lateral phaser or lateral core phaser. Core lateral means stand in front of her first, then get to her side. And lateral core phaser would be side safe first and center second. The name is basically telling you where the safe spots are in what order. After this, the outside party can get behind the laser rotation. Bear in mind the final Curse of Darkness timers will go off right after the rotation finishes, and Atomos will also respawn at this timing too. It is essential that these Atomos die before the next mechanic or players are going to start getting fried. There's also a tank buster from each Stygian on their main aggro target. It's AoE, so tank mitigate and make sure they're not too close to anyone else. For the inside people, they'll have to navigate the tiles without killing each other. I recommend 2 players in the cubbies and the corners reset their timers once the beams or spreads go off.
Whoa,
2
what?
corners of...
It's reversed now?
Shall we rewind slightly?
No, because it's not going to matter. What's reversed? Core lateral and lateral core got inverted? Why? Core being middle safe first makes sense. Really? Why would they do that? What? That makes more sense.
That seems like a really weird thing to change after everyone learned the way.
That's what? Why? How is it a mistranslation? Because it makes more sense. Core means she's shooting core first. Oh God.
Well, but
that's annoying.
But we've had plenty of these where it is the opposite and it doesn't matter. So why change it? That's really weird. I mean, other than to like check a box and, reprimand and be like, you messed up, get in there and clean up your mess. I don't really know why you change it.
We can't nerf Picto, but we can do this. Okay. All right. Continue.
Okay. All right.
On the inside will remain safe through the entire rotation. So if the rotation is safely going away from you, just stay put. The other 4 players should line up as you see us doing here. The player closest to the rotations can get halfway into the first east or west tile, so they are snugly behind, and then move up as the rotation goes away, usually about 2 tiles total. Everyone behind them must wait until the person in front of them steps forward before moving.
Ugh.
So don't take your sweet time. As soon as the person in front of you goes, you go. Once the rotation finishes, the back of the line should return to their initial corner, have the corner tiles reset their timers, and simply wait. Next up is Looming Chaos, which does damage to the raid and swaps everyone's position with another player's. The 3 farthest players on the outside will be swapped with 3 players on the opposite side of the room within the tile
it does
section.
it for you.
So the westmost players in the room will be swapped with one of the east side tile groups, for example.
Okay.
We tried testing baiting this to be completely opposite, but found that the results were not 100% consistent. All of the remaining players are just swapped with the other players doing the same platform. So the 6 remaining outside players just swap sides with each other, and the 6 remaining inside players just swap places with each other, staying outside and inside respectively.
So you're still
That's why
doing
I
the same
mentioned
job.
at the start of the video, those 6 ranged positions would basically never have to do tiles, is because they are closest to the middle of the room and will just swap with each other. It's worth noting that Looming Chaos does also reset aggro, so every tank should immediately provoke the Cloud of Darkness middle to ensure they are in the top 6 like at the start of the phase.
It's like
with that, the
throwing all your
fight's
credit
kind of on
cards
repeat
in,
with 1 or 2 new
for
things.
the check.
First
as a
up
tank.
is Curse of
We'll
Darkness,
see who
which will
actually
apply
has threat at
debuffs
the
to
end
the
of
outer
this.
players again. These ones are much more spread out timer-wise, as the first detonation doesn't happen for almost 30 seconds, but keep an eye on those timers and I'll give you reminders. Next is Towers again. This is largely the same, except that the Stygians will just do core lateral or lateral core phasers instead of Third Art of Darkness, which makes it a little bit easier. Dodge these and then get into the towers using the diagrams. Then remember to aim the curses away right after this. I highly advise having a tank close to the center of the room. Be ready to tank LB3 these towers to survive. Heck, if you don't have LB3, do an LB of some kind, because often in pugs you're going to have 1 or more failed towers here. If Looming Chaos's swaps didn't go properly because people were dead, then just all sorts of things can go wrong, but it is recoverable if you have the tank LB3 preventing even more deaths. The only other real concern is that the tank LB3 range is 50 yalms, and the arena is much bigger than that. So you really want as many players close to the middle of the room as you can possibly get, and the tanks that are doing it to be in a position that's closest to the rest of their alliance. So a little bit of a pain, but hey, if it lets you prog, then it's the right decision to make. Next is Dark Dominion again, so make sure you heal and mitt because you just took all the damage from the potentially failed towers, and then reposition the Stygian so it's centered in the outer platform. It's a good idea to visually get into your pairs for the upcoming Third Art of Darkness just in case anyone is confused or isn't thinking about it or just straight up forgot. Do Third Art of Darkness for the outside players while the inside players do something a little new. Players on the inside will instead contend with Faint Particle Beam, targeting one player in each inside corner with an AoE that will rapidly chase them when it finishes casting. This follows pretty fast, so whichever player in the corner gets it needs to immediately start rotating around the arena clockwise as soon as they're marked.
That's kind of fun.
Don't wait for it to finish casting.
That's
go,
nuts.
go, go. Any players not targeted by a chaser need to quickly get into the corner cubbies to allow the rotating players to
caught
pass
up to
through
the
without
other
any
chaser.
collisions. As for how much you rotate, we do what we call the Monopoly Run, where you actually just do an entire lap around the arena, ending up back at the corner that you started with. The rotating AoE will give up long before this, but it just keeps your positioning consistent, especially if you happen to get a wild charge beam coming up later.
Yeah,
Also, if you're a
better.
tank
Yeah.
and you held onto your tank invulnerability up to this point, you can choose to just eat it with the damage downs. Like you could just sit there in your invuln and take 16 blasts to the face. I don't recommend it, but if you notice that you've become the target because somebody else died, then it's something that can straight up save the run. So it's another place where tank invuln should be considered. Atamos will then respawn and a Curse of Darkness will expire, so check those timers. There will also be a cross or donut AoE again, so ensure the inside players have 3 to a corner just in case it's cross and dodge accordingly. Then it's another lateral core or core lateral before magical energies. This is the spread or wild charge beam from earlier, and Cloud of Darkness will do whichever one she didn't do the first time, so spread or line up accordingly. After this, each Stygian needs to be interrupted to prevent Flood of Darkness again, and at this point, the phase is basically over. There will be one more timer that goes off before this phase ends, so one last time, check your curses and look outward. Seen this one blast people at the very final bit. Then Cloud of Darkness will cast Flood of Darkness and reset the arena to normal, doing raid-wide damage, and the Stygians' missing health will be deducted from the boss's health bar as they disappear.
That's fun.
Cloud of Darkness immediately goes to the wall and repeats Deluge of Darkness, returning the fight to Phase 1. The only difference again is the repeat of the phase will be the opposite pattern to whichever one you had first. So if you had Break Pattern first, this one will do those Alliance Wild Charges and vice
That is
versa.
a
Finish her off and you're all set.
middle phase.
For loot, each Alliance will receive their own loot. At minimum, there will be 2 armor coffers in each chest, but items such as the Shroud of Darkness.
I'm going to have so many notes. Oh my god.
It seems like there's room for more mistakes than like M4S because you can take some blasts and reses and all that, and there's opportunities to get people back into the middle, but it's not ideal.
To a certain degree, it seems like losing a platform tile would be catastrophic.
They come back though, right? Or are they gone forever? I didn't actually verify that
That's a great
in
question.
what he said. Because you'd lose 2 people if you lost a tile, and that's unless it's the brambles, but that'd be awful.
You don't always lose 2 people, right? You could just overstay your welcome on a
Yes.
tile by yourself.
Or you could step on brambles.
KYS. Yeah. 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 Interesting. Do they come back or are they permanent? They do come back.
Okay, they come back
All right, that's
eventually.
not so bad. That's not so bad.
So as a healer,
Linko, thanks for the supers. It's someone who watched the 7-1 trailer when this showed up quoted, and it made me laugh. No, you can't make 24 people do that.
they did. It's a cool
Apparently.
idea.
I mean, they don't make you.
That's
They
true.
just provide the opportunity.
It's very cool for
to
like
do that.
a free company that has multiple statics running to get to do something all together. That's really exciting.
Yeah. Yeah. This looks cool. It hurts my brain to try and fathom all in a sitting. But it looks cool.
The big difference for me is going to be that AoE heals only target your alliance party that you're in, A, B, or C. So AoE healing is actually not entirely useful here. Like if I'm on A, if I'm a healer, I cannot heal those two B range with AoE heals unless Chaotic's different for some reason. But in Alliance raid, I cannot AoE heal others.
Are the colors and the letters like the groups? Oh, it's just like Group A, Group B, Group C.
Right.
Is that what I'm looking at? Okay. Because when you're at where's the Fat Yoshi?
The Fat Yoshi.
Did the Fat Yoshi also do that?
Yes. Yeah, Fat Yoshi is the exact same picture.
Okay. All right. Gotcha.
Which,
so you wouldn't be hitting the bees anyway because they're not in your light party.
so what I'm saying is because the way the fights are designed, this is a very healer specific thing, but if I'm A1 up here,
yep,
and I do an AoE heal, it'll not touch B2 and B1 ranged. It simply will not interact with their party because they're part of B.
Right.
So I'm gonna have to.
You were talking about B1 and B2. I was looking
Yeah.
at B1 up in the top there. I'm like, well, I thought you were talking about a range thing. I'm like, but they're not your light party, so who cares? You're talking about the people who are in range.
Yes, yeah. So I have to single target heal basically this whole thing.
And that's why there's 2 tanks per light party. There's 2 healers per light party. And we're splitting. Every corner's got a healer. Every corner's got a tank.
And I guess because
this is nuts. I like this. This is cool.
And you need more damage. Yeah, it's a wild makeup. But I guess because in Rage, right? Probably the first time they did this, they're like, well, let's put 6 people on the outers. We'll make them nice and handsome, and we'll keep them all in one party. But that ended up not being enough DPS.
Look at the B healer placement, though. That's perfect, right? So, like, B1 and B2 are really well taken care of.
And they can probably reach into the A's there.
What's the point of having 1 and 2?
1 and 2 what?
Why the 1 and 2 and stop there on the B, A, and C designations? Why is it like there's 5 1s on the left on the Western platform?
Four ones?
Western platform.
Yeah.
A1, 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 B1, and then there's a B2.
Oh, why is there a B2 there?
Healer 1, healer 2? What why would I need to know that? I guess main tank, but main tank seems like an utterly pointless designation because we're all just like throwing provokes.
I guess these were probably the earlier light parties because you need light parties for phase 1.
Okay, that makes sense.
Oh, that's what chat's saying. Okay,
so it's light party designation. Okay,
yeah. So they're just kicking it.
Gotcha.
And you have to run there. So, okay. So here's a question: what should we take?
That is the biggest question looming in my mind right now.
Yeah, for stream view, for organic experience, we should probably stick together and be doing.
I feel like if I'm not on the tiles, like I'm not getting the real Cloud of Darkness.
You feel like you need to be in the center to really feel it.
I want to die. I want to have the fear of dying to one of these tiles.
It's very different.
If I'm being entirely selfish.
I mean, to cover all our bases, we could have you be B1 and I'm A1, and then I can reach to you and still heal you, I guess, but that seems kind of silly. Tiles are infinitely more fun.
Yeah, okay.
So what's the all right? Well, let's just do a little click around because we're not learning bad here because we barely learned anything. So what's Okay.
Chat is making it seem like Aurelia is the go-to for Party Finder.
Aurelia here, but looks like we're really only. Which line party are you in? I'm gonna send you this link, Garrett, and I'm gonna BRB. But then you
Why
can.
are you sending me the link?
Oh,
I can't control what people see anyway.
No, but then you can kind of click around Aurelia while I'm gone, very briefly. BRB bio.
Gotcha. Okay. Aurelia and Card Car are the NA choices. Okay. Oh my god, this site's kind of cool. Shit, this site is cool. So, like, for sake of argument, I'm just playing with this. I'm on Aurelia. I chose Alliance B. I just select a tank and I select a Light Party 1. And it's like, bam, mofo. Here you go. Northwest inner tile. Swap Northwest inner tile. What? My brain. I like my spots. Oh, this site is cool. Whoever's making this, man, doing the Lord's work. It's a nice GitHub. Very useful. Mara made a great tool. Is Mara who I should be shouting out? Yeah, this is neat. Huh. This is cool. This is the fight that made me take a break from 14. Oh, yeah. I mean, it looks like a lot. It seems like if I can like learn a role though, I don't know how much information people get before forming party finder groups, but it's like if I knew my role and I could like talk to someone putting together a party and be like, yo, hey, I can do this role in this position, like I know what I'm doing. Like that'd be less stressful going into like a pickup group type situation. But I'm imagining it's not that clean all the time. Yeah, just learn your role. Yeah, no, I mean that's definitely the lessons I learned coming out of Savage, big time. However, I would like to understand other roles so that I can see if, like, I want to understand why things go wrong, when they go wrong. That's the desire to know more, but it's not something usually. It's something I've been trying to chill the hell out about. Oh, look at that, Mara down at the bottom.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
This tool is awesome.
Oh, badass.
This is really cool. This is really freaking cool. Here, Mara, who made it, their blue sky is shitty idiot, which really made me laugh.
Sometimes you just need to head people out at the pass.
Highly amusing.
When you interact with gamers, sometimes it's best to just, admit it, be done with it. Crap guides, let's go. And then when they're like, oh, they're really useful, everyone's like, yeah, your Joe Cat's great. And when someone's like, well, they did call them crap guides, everyone's like, well, yeah, because Joe Cat's great. No problem.
So we got to decide what we're doing.
Okay, well,
are we doing Aurelia? Or are we doing Kotkar?
I mean, are they really? What's the difference exactly? Because these are just people in the center. People are just standing in different spots, and there's very little difference. As for the... Oh, wait, you angled the boss north? Is that the big difference?
That's an ad, not the boss.
Oh, sorry. The bonus boss. And then
that would appear to be the bigger difference. Also, it looks like home tile is different for tile players.
Yeah. Yeah, why array? Why is that such a... Healer out seems like you would do less DPS to the outer guys, which seems the best way to not enrage. So healer out doesn't seem particularly good unless you just don't want your healers doing mechanics, which they might appreciate. And oh my, okay, so, and idle game 8 is...
My energy, for sure, but...
I see what they're saying. Each of these have their two tiles that they cycle between, and then a third. Oh, is that what's going on?
What?
This looks like one of my strats. If I'm reading this correctly, this looks like a, yeah, let's just make it so everyone has to do less, but then there's one person who has to work extra hard. Done. That's a Kyle
That's
strat.
a Kyle
right there.
strat.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's
a
what
Kyle strat in a nutshell.
that's what this looks like here is
As
everyone
long
else,
as it's not me.
everyone gets 2 tiles, and then we have somebody working extra hard to manage 3.
Well, actually, 4 players are working extra hard because the healers and the damage dealers that are over on the PvP tiles, they both share a tile in their movements. Oh, and it's not even 2 tiles. The look at H1, D1, D2, H2 in the middle there. Some of those have 3 tiles.
Yeah, so in each party of 3, there's
But
one
they also
person
need to be
working extra hard.
But they also need to be concerned about the other tile that's shared to get to their corner tile. Like, yeah. I hate this strat. This seems terrible.
Healers out would also benefit from the rezzers, and then you kind of feed people into the middle. So all your rezzers are safe. So this probably has the biggest opportunity to just kind of stumble through. Though I just really like the idea of this. I like the unique challenge of the heal situation. And I love the damage goes onto the boss mechanic. I can't think of any right now. I'm completely blanking. But I know this has happened, and I've used it in D&D before. And it's so beautiful. It's almost as beautiful. One of my other favorites is the boss splits in half, and you have to defeat both in the same time. Otherwise, they can't be defeated. That's a good mechanic. I like that one. As a non-DPS.
All right, well, Aurelia has won the popular vote.
Really?
It was stronger at the beginning. It was almost 70-30 Aurelia. It's gone down to 60-40.
Okay, well, let's find out what it is. What's different? Because right now it just looks like the same, but everyone kind of chills in different spots.
Select your alliance, select your role.
All right. Wait, hang on. This isn't actually. All right, so let's just pretend we're both A right now.
Yeah,
and we'll pretend we're tank.
The labeling of Aurelia.
Yeah,
in terms of quickly understanding who is who.
And which light party are you in? Okay, so we'll just say 1.
You're on tank, not healer.
Yeah, I was doing a healer for you. I figured the tank would be a rather central thing to look at.
I want to be on tiles though.
Oh, you want to be center? Okay, so
I'd be group B.
You'd be B, tank, and light party 1. And then it gives you a bunch of diagrams, spits out a bunch of diagrams of what you would need to do this. This is a cute little tool.
This tool is awesome.
Highlight my spots. Oh, it takes away all the other information and gives you a little circle.
Yeah, it just does a quick opacity pass to let you know what you're supposed to be doing.
That's cute. Bless you.
Thank you.
What? I got a clean swap to East platform. Now what? What is a clean? Is that when you trade places? Why would you be on the platform?
Why would you be on the platform?
Because
I end up on a platform.
I thought that you never switch when you get swapped around by tiles.
It can swap you there? Oh, shit.
Oh, that's not what I picked up from the Mr. Happy guide. I thought he said that
neither did I.
You would still be the same. Or was he saying that you would use the teleport to just go back to where you were? People aren't going to get back to their spots in time.
Is it randomized or is it like a dirty swap because people died? This is meant to just look like platform swap of platform.
Yeah, this is saying the exact same thing.
People rarely get to their correct spots in time, so the swap rarely gets baited properly. Interesting. So it's location based.
So there's a chance you just might end up doing the exact opposite mechanic that you were before. So
Yeah.
let me just for science here. Oh my god. Okay. I got a clean swap to tiles. Yeah. So there's just so this is your emergency window. If you get swapped and it didn't work out and you ended up doing the other half of the mechanics.
The oxygen masks deploy.
Yep. Get ready for the other thing.
I got swap. What do I do?
Okay, so in that case, then memorize everything. It really doesn't matter where we end up. You have a chance to 66%. I saw in chat there, so we have a chance that we won't have to. But
Rogue Mage, thanks for two supers. Didn't get to your core lateral core one yet. So the correct version is from E9, and they swapped it by accident in Chaotic. Oh, so it's also trying to achieve parity with.
So as a reference in a sense.
Okay. And then thank you for your recent one right now. Mr. Happy said that range DPS doesn't swap if you do it cleanly. Everyone else does swap. That's why range DPS slots are considered good for newbies.
Oh.
Interesting. Okay. Gotcha.
Which explains why something. He looked like he was saging for a good chunk of this. I didn't realize he was saging. That's cool.
Interesting.
But you'd like to be center all the same, just to start out. That looks fun for you.
Sure. If I have to declare starting role for this phase, I would say throw me on the tiles, coach.
Okay.
That sounds like the experience to have to me. And I understand if you're scared, my friend. Nothing.
Sorry, I'm reading about I see a lot of only for Codcar, and I'm deducing what's only about it.
What's only for Codcar?
Tanks will end up doing both platforms and tiles, but only for Codcar. Just some of the platform swap with the other platform. Okay, cool.
Codcar is more consistent on swaps. Aurelia is Aurelia.
So why would it be more consistent on swaps? I know there's a baiting thing that was mentioned, but
because it's all based on being in position before swaps occur. I don't know what they are. And this is the kind of thing where I'm like, I don't think I'm going to learn this particularly well on paper. This is something that I learned better actually seeing in the game. Myself.
Yeah. Something that helped me in the end was looking up a run by my job and seeing what they do. And getting to focus
tough in 14, man. There's not nearly as much footage of that out there as there is for World of Warcraft.
Well, in terms of viewership, you can absolutely find a 10-view video of somebody astrologing a thing. And, I'm kind of like, and I give it a thumbs up and I say, great job. Thank you so much for your viewpoint. But it's just kind of the way it is.
Kyle is the poster child for chaotic good.
Kyle, look at the swap. Wait, okay, hang on. I got a clean swap.
Highlight your spots. Toggle.
Oh, wait.
Now, third option on the left cluster of 3. Swap. Where it just says swap. Ignore the blue box. Close the blue box for right now.
Okay.
So I'm assuming, chat, am I to divine that where it says swap, that's where he is to be before swap occurs?
In order to bait it? Okay, let's take a look at Aurelia then. So Aurelia is the same. It's just Aurelia kind of embraces the chaos and says, yeah, it's going to happen anyway. Don't worry about it. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm struggling to see how they're different if they have swap positions. Now, they may have different swap positions, but it doesn't seem like complete anarchy. If they're still trying to... I'm gonna play around with my own.
Cool. I'm going to go to healer. Oh, oh, what? Oh, it's just turning the pictures. Well, that's very nice of them. So why does A here not have a chance to be swapped? I'm in Codcar, I'm in Alliance A, and it's not telling me anything about a chance of me getting swapped.
I like Codcar for no other reason than they're using the outer ring as relative north for the ads. Don't love true north for the ads.
I see what you're saying, Dragon, too. If anybody's dead, your swaps are going to be messy, so, don't rely on it.
It's sounding like most realistic runs, swaps are entirely reactive. You don't expect to end up anywhere consistent.
Group C. Group B. Oh, wait. Oh, this is an A heal. Okay, yeah, thank you. You all helped me answer my question. A is doing the outer healing in both these. And C and B are healers in the center. Because you run 4 healers center, 2 out. Okay, cool. Okay. That makes sense why A would not do that. Oh, how do you know where this arena looks like ass? How do you know where you are? I guess just north, right? Yeah, just north on the map, but yeah, there's
compass.
Because she's giant. It's not even worth looking for her face for anything. Yeah, so just use the compass to know where your position is and monopoly your way back to where you originally were.
Which again is why I lean Codcar if for no other reason than if you end up on platform with the ad for any reason, you don't worry about the compass, base ad outer ring and play accordingly.
Yeah.
That seems to me the big difference I'm noticing between Aurelia and Codcar, with the limited information of not actually done the fight yet. She can also spin, so don't look at her face.
Yeah. Don't worry about Yoshi. Just
use the compass, and then you don't worry about it as if we end up going with Codcar, you don't worry about it as much because you're kind of just using the edge of the ring as a relative direction for platforms, which is, to me, that makes more sense mentally. That's just a consistent rule.
Oh my god!
What?
This is a tool made out of the original Google Doc for car. I'm just giving it a quick scroll off screen here, just to make sure there's nothing lewd or anything like that. It's a site. Here, let me get it up on screen here. I've thoroughly checked this, but here, this is apparently what Codcar was translated from. And there's a lot of fat Yoshis all over this thing, let me tell you.
Oh my god.
But this is the official raid document, everybody.
Jeez, this is a lot of effort.
This is crazy.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Wow. Happy Brambles.
All right, my brain is full.
Yeah, I agree. My brain is quite full. Oh, look, they put in a little video example. Isn't that nice of them?
right, I'll BRB.
Okay. All right, BRB. Okay. All right. All right. Sounds like we might be doing a little. I mean, it sounds like be best for both. Let me do my own poll. The chaos. Let me know if you tried out this content. Just for a little check on kind of where this landed for y'all. Oh, really? Oh, nice, nice. I love it. I love it. Yeah, absolutely. Like this is chaotic, LOL, and you know, why not ship it and let everybody figure it out? They're using a raid plan IO. Ooh, website's very unhappy. Oh god. Oh god, raid plan IO is not a happy site. 28 times? The best content in the game? Big praise. No, what was this one? This one was... Oh, you know what? Aurelia does have a really nice dock. They really break this down. Look, they don't even bother with the first or last phase. Just get to it. Oh, wait, hang on there. Is that what's going on? What was... My God. What do you do for the laser beams? No, that's the drop-off point. Okay, that's fine. But that spread is really handsome, keeping it from firing in the center, so that's why they're spread like that. And then you take it out. Now, really, this actually does have some pretty nice stuff. No, I'm impressed. I'm impressed how many of you actually beat this. This is pretty crazy shit.
It's a lot.
Tank stacks there. So basically, each of these has their own little raid plan doc, Garrett. And you can see here the Aurelia one is actually really detailed, image per image. Which I think is why I kind of succeeded in taking the lead.
I mean, a lot of people in chat have said it hasn't progressed past day 2 of progression, so it was just first.
Yeah. This is a really nice doc, right? I'll give them that. God damn. Yeah. Look at this. Jeez. It's a nice breakdown.
I do like the doc.
And I'm definitely seeing a lot of wiggle room, right? Like that's one of the big aspects of it is I am seeing opportunity to die. And if someone messes up, not everybody dies. We will die very quickly there following if we continue to mess up. But it does look like... I mean, honestly, I don't know. Like, it's something I hear a lot with Final Fantasy. The first guide comes out. That's usually what we're stuck with. I honestly don't know because I didn't raid really past BC or Wing 1 of BFA. If World of Warcraft updates its guides, I assume not. But figure out a way to do it and you just do it.
You install add-ons.
And maybe that's it. Like Deadly Boss Mods updates, and everyone just kind of updates with the flow of Deadly Boss Mods, and they actually do find better ways. It's just that they're incremental with Deadly Boss Mods, and you make changes like that. But there's definitely not a YouTube algorithm benefit to making a late guide in Final Fantasy 14. Like if I made a how to play Picto guide today, that would not share well.
Yeah, I don't know about that. WoW's always been a mix. I mean, I think YouTube rewards being first a decent amount. And I think that's still true in WoW as it is for 14. WoW, I think, just has so many more vigorously updated fan sites compared to 14.
That could be it. Yeah.
And like, I don't know, even all the way back as far as Wrath, like I would still have one of those open on the side. And text is a lot, you know, you can update a page in real time. You can't update a YouTube video in real time. Which, boy, to howdy, do I wish you could. Because that'd be nice. But, yeah, I feel like general things kind of get updated over time. But depends.
No, absolutely. I agree with you, Lundo. Of like, you don't want to put out a big update. No matter how popular you are, you would get pushback if you updated to an easier strat, and then you suddenly have Party Finder falling apart at the seams because half the people don't have the updated thing. I mean, we used to do that, like a link in the invite. I'm thinking of the BattleNet days where you would say you'd kick anybody who joined who didn't have the map already installed. So in BattleNet, you would share a map. Someone would join your lobby. Installing. You'd go kick. Get them out of here, because if they were installing it, it means they haven't played the newest version of Dota and they're going to suck. So you get them out of here. So everyone went to Get Dota to download the map and then lie that they had played the new map so they could participate.
Interesting.
But yes, I'm with you, Garrett. I'm mechanically full, though I am having fun with this conversation. There's not much else I can do to dig into there. So but do you want to make a call, or do you want to make a call later in the Discord after you kind of digest?
You and I are still gonna have to talk to each other either way. So I don't know. Up to you, man. What one do you want to go with? Which way are you leaning? You want to go max mess and say screw it? It's good enough for Party Finder. It's good enough for us.
Yeah, I think Aurelia is the right. It's what the chat voted for, and I really like the step-by-step diagrams that they have in there.
Where are you seeing what you're currently on, by the way?
Right here. It's taken from Raid Plan. So there's this button right here that'll open the Google Doc, or in this case, the raidplan.io that someone made.
It takes a while to load shit in.
And it's not clean either. Like Nara, you're talking about Icy Veins. Like for Here's the Storm, Icy Veins was terrible. A terrible misinformation hellscape.
They did not update fast enough.
So when I came to Final Fantasy 14, I was like, ew, Icy Veins, gross.
I love them for a while, though. It depends on the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
I really like Icy Veins for WoW. So, you know, it depends. But yeah, their hot stuff was rough. They'd be like on regular, like 2 patches behind on their hot stuff.
Yeah.
However, as someone who briefly owned a HOTS fan site, I have to imagine the traffic probably didn't pay for regular updates.
It wasn't large enough, just like I'm sure having a nice Wowhead in this case would be the same. Because I really like what Wowhead does, because you have this nice little like paragraph of like why this is the best route in the world you've ever read an article from. And you kind of get to know the person.
Well, Raid Plan hates Chrome.
Yeah, Raid Plan
has crashed 3 times now.
Yeah, it was pretty chunky when I opened it up. We were looking at the COD car earlier, and I'm just saying, like in terms of if you showed up to a professional presentation, I think I'd want Aurelia to lead the group, because while I do love Fat Yoshi, this isn't just it doesn't really shine. I'm not ready to put my dollars behind this particular layout.
Well, at the moment, raidplan.io, I can't even open your website. So I'd go with Fat Yoshi. I personally would go with Fat Yoshi. They're organized enough and they seem like they'd be fun at the bar. I think we'd still get an A.
Yeah,
and
no,
I'd have more fun hanging around with
Okay,
them.
maybe. I like that they just are like straight up just screenshot a picture of a Discord conversation here. I mean, honestly, this makes it seem like it's a race. This is the amazing race of strategies. It doesn't matter. It just matters who's first.
Yeah, that website runs like garbage. I will say it is rough. Zico, thanks for the super. My mind is full. I can't think. I'm going for lunch. Tacos are calling to me. Oh, I could go for some tacos. Maybe I'll convince Katie to get taco truck tonight. Zico followed that up with, lol, I just got an FF14 ad. Nice.
They're building.
Hell yeah. What's the ad? I haven't seen an ad for 14 since Dawn Trail came out. What are they advertising?
I've seen it on sidebars here and there around the internet, but they're usually just the, Heaven's Ward kind of Dragoon classic.
Skin Tone Yoshi is cursed.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Look at that freaking nightmare.
Cloud Strife,
Ugh. Oh, you skin Play-Doh ball paralysis demon. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, I hate it. Ugh.
I mean, can I get... Oh, Raid Plan actually... Oh, Raid Plan's a universal website. They have WoW, Lost Ark, and New World. So it looks like you can just go in here and start making stuff.
Man, I forgot. I'm like, this is not shade. I forgot Lost Ark existed. I haven't heard that mentioned in a while.
That was the Diablo like game, right?
It was the Gacha waifu Diablo.
Yeah. I just remember we all kind of had a chuckle at the voice acting when it first came out because it was pretty insane.
Dawn Trail's on sale at the moment? Oh, okay. Good time with the new patch coming. But you can't listen to me. I'm a Final Fantasy 14 grifter.
My opinion of tacos is sus.
Oh shit, man. Oh, it's funny.
All right, well, you want to press some buttons in this game?
Dude, I would love to just play something.
All right, let's play.
I need pink tomes.
Pink tomes. Okay,
I need pink tomes. I need to kit out my dancer.
All right, what's the best way to get those?
I've got some bis, which is hilarious, and then I've got just some junk laying around. I've got item level 730. I've got some Arcadian Savage bis already on my dancer, and then I've got just some low level crap I rolled up to the party in.
Oh, 97 ain't bad. Yeah, no, this isn't too bad. This is acceptable.
It's a mix, man. It's a mix. I meant to get in and clean up my inventory before today, but that did not happen. Who wants 69 chubs?
Who desires these?
Who wants a pile of 69 chubs?
I would have.
I am painfully aware of the cost of chubs on the marketplace. They ain't worth much.
Yeah. I guess you're max level too, so you'd probably want to do expert roulettes, right, to get the tome tomes.
That's really the only way to get tome tomes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
why?
Well, you're the one who put in the extra work, so I'll heal you.
Oh.
Because I don't have.
I mean, after this, we could just like go do hunts for a bit if you want.
That would get you.
It would give me heliometry.
Do you need Alliance raid? Because that's got coins and stuff.
I don't need Alliance raid.
Okay.
But expert's the fastest because you get heliometry just by doing it, and then you also get at least your first run of the day, the 40 bonus gemblies. But yeah, you hate tacos, man. Shane, I'm not even mad. That is the most unique food take I've ever heard.
Yeah, I don't think I've
legitimately the most unique food. I've never heard a more unique food take.
Because between soft tacos and hard tacos and all the meat choices, like there's got to be something you like.
Yeah. Whereas I just love tacos and I don't really care what kind it is. I'll eat it. But yeah. I like fake tacos. Like Taco Bell's my jam. I love real tacos,
Yeah. I think tacos have a beautiful place in the artisanal madhouse that is like burger tacos and shrimp tacos and
Taco is such a fantastic vessel for fusions. But yeah, I'm mad, Shane. You fucking live your life, Shane. Someone's gonna give you shit for that, Shane. You shouldn't let them. You should be like, I am the most unique eater on the planet. You should be thankful you met me. No.
I heard about this that we're supposed to be stockpiling coins right now.
Coins?
From the Alliance raid, because we're going to need them for the twine and all that with the stuff we get out of Savage, Arcadian Wing 2. Like those same exact coins, even though there's no new wing of the Alliance raid, are still going to be as useful as they were before.
It's a bit odd.
It does feel a little weird, right? It feels like Wing 2 should affect Wing 2.
I'm a little over it. I'm a little over the Alliance raid. I feel like I've run it enough times.
I've run it quite a few times.
Yeah.
But this is my first time modern with the Alliance raid, and it was a one and done kind of thing in the past. So
I guess I could run it as a dancer now and get some side grade gear.
Yeah, there might be a good chance you get some, random boots and level 100 stuff in there.
It wouldn't be an awful thing. Although, we know what would be awful probably is a DPS queue for it. But
oh, you have to combine them with the item you get in the second 24-man? So it's kind of a population thing. They don't want the population to fall off on Wing 1, so they're requiring people to run Wing 1. You got to have both coins?
That is my understanding. I'm going to party password, by the way, with a 4-digit code if anyone wants to run an expert with us. And then I guess we can drop them. We can make a group for an alliance.
Yeah, that sounds good. Since we're all wanting the coins anyway. We're doing a public service.
Yeah. All right, looking for a tank. Need to put Final Fantasy back into my headphones. This is driving me nuts. There we go. Keep the first wing from dying. Gotcha.
Yeah.
It's smart. But also, I'm just like, I've run it enough. I don't want to be your bus driver for that long.
Because it's not like job locked out. You're locked out for a whole week once you do it.
Yeah.
So that could change population too. If maybe there was like, I've run it on my dancer, but I haven't done it on my tank. Let me do that, and maybe I'll get something.
I'm sure they have an obscene amount of data.
Yes, they probably have all the math to say
guiding that decision.
Oh my God! How did your face? Where's your face? By legally requirement, where's your face?
I love your new portrait, man.
Thank you.
I missed it before. That's fantastic. Where's your face? What's wrong with her face?
Oh, it won't be locked anymore. Okay. All right. So
what do you mean? What won't be locked anymore?
So you could do come 7.2. You could run Alliance raid multiple times.
Oh.
So you can stockpile those coins. So now it's not really a good time to stockpile coins anyway.
Well, I mean, if you're like me and you're already sick of it, running it once a week is not that bad. As opposed to just like grinding the shit out of it.
Pre-limit yourself.
My limit is broken, Kyle. I am John Final Fantasy.
Oh, you know what? This entire nightmare setup I have for raiding doesn't work very well in here. I really need to sit down and make 3 different UIs. I wish the character settings saved so I could be like, hey, this is my dungeon one, party effects on. But I really need those off.
No, shit, dude. Yeah, that'd be great. That would be a wonderful thing. Like, just calm it down in raids, please. For everything else, who cares?
Everything else is fine.
Why is it all the stray bow?
Straybo?
This dungeon.
Oh, this place.
Stray burrow, whatever the hell. Motherfucker.
They just wanted to get you ready for Brute Bomber. The Scout
Bomber isn't as punishing. Oh god. Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Yep. Should do new wall dungeons. I got something to say.
Oh yeah, where are we at on the wall of dungeons?
Views haven't been great. So
Oh,
no
sure,
rush.
sure. Yeah, no, I'm not talking about like, you know, business wise. I'm talking about in terms of, I think we finished Endwalker, right? Yeah, we did all the patch dungeons.
They're a lot of work and not exactly a draw post Dawn Trail.
I was thinking of Zap Brannigan. The mind is willing, but the body is squishy and bruised. Quick, he's mechanic again. Yeah.
Plus, I pretty much only want to make it to dump on this dungeon, and people are really sensitive right now.
Well, yes, that is true. That is worth acknowledging. Like that. That's not opinion. That's fact, and that's perfectly fine to acknowledge.
We demand a tier list of all dungeons. Oh God. Oh Jesus.
I did see in the Discord they were playing like Dungeon March Madness, and I want to know what that was about.
I don't.
It looked kind of fun. Like it seemed to be tied to like the Moogle Tombstone event somehow.
Okay, never mind. Now I'm interested.
And they're like, you know, which dungeon would win in a fight or something like that. It seemed kind of interesting.
That sounds just made up enough to have me into it. You say March Madness, and I'm like, oh, I don't care, man.
I mean, I'm okay going to a. Well, here's the real thing. I've been to a sporting event where you have one of those cool box rooms with the food and stuff, and it just ruined sports forever. Because I wasn't terribly invested already.
And then you went and had like the best experience.
And then I
had
had like, you know, not the best food, but just like food and freedom of movement, and it affected my opinion.
I personally find basketball a bit dull, and I realize that is ironic as someone who enjoys baseball, a sport that most people find dull.
I think baseball is more interesting in person.
I like going to a baseball game. Haven't done it in a long time, but I like going to a baseball game.
Though, you know, I was part of a theater troupe, so
deeply relaxing.
The majority of the baseball time was spent listening to others comment on the state of the baseball players' buttocks. Because apparently,
they do have nice butts.
They do apparently have very nice butts.
Well, and just the cut of those baseball pants, it really,
it really highlights
really
the buttocks.
shows them off. Really shows them off. Stuff down here might be an upgrade for me. I should maybe.
Oh, it is 100, right?
Pay attention to what we're getting. 690. Hey, should pay a little attention.
And football's just fun. Football's fun to go to.
I've never been to an NFL game.
Oh, me neither. I went to quite a few college games at FSU, and those were a good time.
I went to one Gator game while I was not a UF student.
Oh shoot, I wasn't watching at all.
Me neither. I'm gonna
follow everybody else. Shit. I'm using my brain.
Find it easier to track it if I actually move my character. You ever a kid bored and you would stare at the fan and track the movement with your eye?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, that's my strat for this fight.
Nothing wrong with that. That's just. I mean, we're talking like, like real content. Laying on the couch so that your feet are in the air and pretending to walk on the ceiling.
Oh, dude, that was my favorite. Yeah. I got really good at that. Bouncing on the shoulders. Kyle, the more I talk to you, the more I think we were undiagnosed in our childhood.
We were also terribly bored.
Parents tried to make me do so many sports. And I was the one who had to find paintball. You didn't think the one that had the functioning guns? You didn't think that was going to be a hit, Mom and Dad?
Yeah, that wouldn't be.
That never struck you? You're like, golf. Yeah, okay. Let's make the kids at Florida go outside in a sport that has a dress code in the middle of July. Yeah, that's going to be a huge hit. It's just what I want. Sport done in polos when it's 102 out.
Not a golf man.
I despise it.
I don't have terribly strong opinions. I understand the nuance of it. It just seems very frustrating.
My favorite part of it was going to the driving range with my dad. It was good bonding. We got to talk a lot, and we didn't have to move. To me, a driving range, and eventually they figured it out with Topgolf, was very much like going to the bowling alley. You have your signed lane, you just kind of, incrementally improve.
I think
Oh, Jesus.
But isn't that what driving the little car is about? Like that's got to be part of the fun, is driving the little car.
Well, when you do the kids league, they do not give you a golf cart.
But that's what I'm saying. Like I think that golfers aren't admitting that driving the little car is a big part of the fun.
I think as an adult, drinking is also part of the fun for a lot of
Well, you're
people that
supposed to be
golf.
like squared up and loose and tight but relaxed. I bet the drinking is an all right feature.
Yeah, it's not my thing. I'm not super into golf, and my uncles growing up were really into it, so every family get together was just the most boring thing possible was on television for me. And it was, semi forced upon me, so I got a lot of golf baggage. But the answer is always yes when I'm invited to Topgolf. Yes, I love it.
I've never
been
been
in years, but it's a good time. It's bowling, but with golf
it
clubs.
looks, you order wings and you hit balls. Like, looks fun.
Yep, you get a pitcher of beer, you hang out, and you wake up in the morning dehydrated and really sore because you haven't used those muscles in a while.
I think I can remember most of this.
Yeah. I've never done this as a DPS, so this will be interesting. Kotar, thanks for the super. Been to one NFL game, and it was a free trip to the Super Bowl in LA the year the Rams won. Coolest sports experience ever. Holy
Damn.
shit.
Yeah,
that's gonna.
fun.
Yeah, football's ruined for you now. Congratulations. Like, Katie and I haven't been to a wrestling event since going to Sting's final match last year around this time. Been about a year for that. And there's been a few AEW things that have come through, and I'm like, you want to go? Katie's like, I'm good. And I'm like, yeah, me too, because that was amazing, and I don't think like a random Tuesday night recording is going to live up to that experience. Oh, right. I need to
The floor begin to glow.
turn into a ghost.
Wasn't that tied to what he was casting? Being alive or not? Because I think that part was just about getting away from
It'll tell
him.
you who it's targeting. It hasn't done it yet.
Okay.
There it is, against spirits.
So we want to
So-
just be normal people.
Don't be a spirit.
Do nothing.
Be yourself, Kyle.
Every day. Oh, fancy. Memorial March, March Madness.
Damn it, Kyle.
I'm gonna be hit by that.
Are you Hank Hill?
Oh,
Bobby.
What?
This is folk against the living.
against the living. Ah! I don't want to. Oh no, I messed up. I was alive. I was briefly not alive.
Did you double back over
No,
the seal?
I just didn't get in it fast enough. So
Don't cross the seal, man.
you guys don't need healers. I'll just lay here. It's fine. Think about my shame.
My shame is true.
Stare at his weird circa 2016 VR orb.
Oh no, that's against the living. Go back to a ghost, Garrett. VR orb?
Yeah, remember when VR had to have that like stick with the green orb on the top of it? For tracking's sake.
Oh, I did not help you. I am so sorry. Oh, what?
Oh dear.
Oh, I didn't know you died. When did you die?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, when I said about accepting my shame and all that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't seem panicked enough.
Oh, well, normally as a healer in dungeons, you just lay here and everyone beats the boss for you. And it
Oh, okay.
sucks because you don't get to play the video game. But you don't lose.
I love that you somehow made you dying our fault.
No, it's just shameful, you know? Like it hurts my feelings, my confidence, my ego when I die because I want to play the video game. I would rather you all die horribly at my expense.
Aw, thanks, Ed. I'm looking forward to it. A bit early thinking about it, but I don't even really know where to start prepping for Chaotic, so I figured let's talk about it a bit today.
Today was a healthy thing to do.
All right, let's go. 9 seconds. 8 seconds. No! I already started my dance because no one's done a countdown yet.
Oh no, 3 seconds? What's gonna happen?
I'm doing it. This is to teach you a lesson about inconsistency.
Showed them.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I really like the drawings of the ghosts. Whoever did those, good job.
The drawing of the ghosts?
Yeah, little ghosts on the ground. They're cute.
Oh, they are cute. I never really looked at them. And usually this first attack is against the spirits. Yep.
Wait, no, wait, what are you guys doing? What are you guys, wait.
It doesn't matter because if you're not a spirit,
okay.
it doesn't hit you.
Okay.
Are you unaware of this little trick?
No, well, it seemed like you could have just backed up, you know?
But cool guy points.
This is why I need to play DPS for a tier, so I can dedicate myself more to the cool guy points. Against the Living. My favorite
time.
Aliens movie.
Against the living?
No, Flesh Burster.
Oh. Gotta say it out loud, man. He said Against the Living, and then he said my favorite Aliens movie.
I'm curious about the sequel they're cooking up for the Romulus.
Romulus went past my stupid limits.
Oh shit.
Did you see there's a alien TV show coming out? Oh, this is against spirits. Shit. Alien Earth?
Oh. That sounds weird.
It sounds concerning, right?
Uh-oh. Can we still line up? Get y'all?
Oh, God.
It was lined
Yeah,
up enough.
hey,
We
it
did it.
worked.
Let me stop being such a special snowflake. Oh, God, it ended. I'm stuck in the spirit realm forever. Why does he have a little green ball on his chest? What purpose did that serve?
I did not see it. I've never thought about it. All right.
Get anything? You know, some new
No.
jewelry?
Nah.
I guess you got the pink boys at least.
Hold on. Yeah, pink. Yeah, I got my pink boys. Pink boys. All right. Let's disband and make an alliance. I guess an 8-man alliance because you can't do roulette. With full.
Yeah, that sounds healthy.
Oh wait, that's not guaranteeing that we're gonna get the current alliance raid, which you want coins, right?
Oh, right.
Didn't think about
Yeah,
that.
because we were hoping to get you some 100 gear that could go in some of the slots you need and
Yeah,
also get a coin.
That wouldn't necessarily. Yeah.
I mean, expert roulette alliance raid would not have a lot in it, but that would be nice in this particular situation.
Yeah. It would. I never really thought about that. Till now. I'm like, oh, I would like that, but. Yeah. Still get 20. Gamble it.
Just let it ride.
So we're gonna just do an alliance roulette and hope for the best. Is that what we're gambaing?
Oh, I need
Are we gamba-ing, Kyle?
I mean, I'm down, but I don't know if it'd give you what you want.
It may not. It may not. I mean, I'll get some heliometry, so it's not a complete loss. Let me get you in a party with me first.
I am really curious about that game, Jasani. Yeah, I'm gonna look up right now, see if it's Steam Deck ready. Because that looks like a fun game.
Is that the third-person game or is that the isometric game?
Uh,
I mean, and this is where someone always goes, isometric is third-person. You know what I mean?
Yes, I believe this is the over-the-shoulder kind of Vermintide one.
There you go. Okay.
But the story
Man,
on
that's cool.
the top-down one looked good as well. The more XCOM-y kind of version.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't need a new code. So recruiting members, same code.
Oh, the alliance rate isn't even in the roulette?
Oh, seriously? Oh.
Dark
Interesting.
Descent, yes. Okay. I did want to play Fire Team. So it actually has it has a story?
I did not know that.
I didn't know that.
I did not know
Thought
that.
you were the super.
If someone has ever mentioned that to me before, it went in one ear and out the other. What are we looking for?
Looks like
Another healer?
Yeah, another healer would be.
No one wants to heal.
There,
With code 7941. Oh, there it is. Hey, everybody. Hey, cat.
for Glaze.
Good to see everybody.
The striking dummy is tied to Hunt.
All right. Here goes nothing. What will we get? It'd be pretty funny if it was Cloud of Darkness. Alliance raid.
That'd be thematic. So
Pretty
if
amusing.
we have to Crystal Tower today,
It's okay if that's it.
let it be so.
Man, I really want tacos now. Holy shit.
Yeah, that sounds
He's gonna
pretty
be
good.
like, Garrett, we have plenty of food. We don't need to get it. I'm like, but
We
tacos.
need tacos. People are talking about tacos.
Tacos. I
today.
need people
We gotta
talked about
get out.
tacos, and now I need tacos.
It's the only way. Oh, okay, sure. There's the Frambulance.
Let's go. I see bunny butt.
Pizza. Lording your pizza over everybody. How could you?
I had pizza on Sunday. Can't have pizza again.
I haven't had pizza in a long while.
It's because you're making it from scratch, man.
Oh, well, the kids have had pizza. They just don't leave any for me.
Oh.
But, you know, they're all in that, you know, under 6 picky phase with the chicken nuggets kind of thing. So we're just surviving because we like pad thai and, you know, stuff that kids don't want.
That always drove me nuts with my little brother. I was just like, for the love of God, update your palate. And it hasn't gotten any better because he's still horribly picky. And he knows it.
Well, at least he knows it.
I'm just like, my dude, eat something adventurous. Love my bro. Do not bring him with me to dinner very often.
I do not remember where we are at all. We're about to output into, this isn't the swampy one with Ozma. Is this the third one? Yeah, I think this is the final one.
God, this looks great. Holy shit, look at this.
So we're going to go fight. No, wait, the final one though, isn't that where you fight the chariot and all that?
No, that's the first one.
Yeah. What's the final one?
Just Lightning Sid and
jeez.
What is it?
Yeah.
What's the crystal?
The dog
thing at the end.
The guy turns into a dragon, and that was pretty cool. That was the first time I saw the rotate mechanic.
Ultima, that's right. Yeah, Ultima's the final.
Wait, this is Show Hole, right?
Oh, this is Sniper?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is. Oh, it's Show Hole time. I haven't shown Hole in so long, man.
I don't think I've ever done
this. He ends up on one of like
once.
the platforms,
yeah.
right? And then you gotta put show your hole to the platform. All right.
It's a pleasure to be back here.
This should go okay.
That is.
If I'm supposed to understand that.
Yeah, that is.
This is like you gave Kyle Ferguson a voice changer and said, "Do a robot." And he goes, "You don't want to understand a damn thing I'm saying?" Understood.
Let's get one of the best voice actors there ever was and make him Soundwave. Granted, at the time we didn't know, but
not topical.
Nothing I cannot fix. Oh, sure. Everyone's backing up. Making robot.
Show robot. This music sounds like 8-bit Star Wars. The Millennium Falcon is going into the Death Star Bay.
It's got big Lego vibes.
Yeah.
Though this is kind of just how Final Fantasy XII sounds at all times. And it works for the game. Oh, wait, was I supposed to show Hole already?
It's locked.
I didn't know. I thought he was going to give me more time. I think I got it right, but I just took a guess as to which platform he was going to.
Oh, no, now you have.
Wait. Oh, my whole changed locations.
I lived! I'm alive! Chat, I don't remember alliance rates. I know you've probably heard me say multiple times, they're kind of easy. But, you know, only when you know what to do. Now, if your memory is faulty like me, then they're quite difficult.
I do know this one pretty well, so not this one. The Final Fantasy XI one we're currently in. I'm pretty intimate with those. mechanics.
Well, yeah, because it's current, right?
yeah,
Like
because I've lived it.
done it enough times.
Oh, dude. Oh shit! Sorry.
Left, hang on.
I keep hitting. Do I not have horoscope at this level? 76. Why is horoscope a level 76 ability?
Dun 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 dun. That's New Moon. You know what I could play? I could go for some Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah?
I could go for a cozy story that makes no sense.
Sometimes
But
it's on the menu.
I'm just smiling the whole time. So I'm like, Donald Duck is as powerful as Bahamut. I love it.
That was a part of the Disney contract. I usually play Resident Evil when I'm in that mood. And no shade at Resident Evil, but like that's just
Oh, their lore is complete nonsense,
Yeah,
and they know it.
like,
but
just
it's celebratory nonsense.
inject some worms in my blood, and you know, because this was gonna work out. You leave me no choice. Yeah, but what about when that choice is over? Did you not have any plans past this particular injection?
I do enjoy Resident Evil. Someone I give a shit about is directing a Resident Evil movie, but I don't remember who that person is.
I thought it was a Resident Evil movie, but apparently there's going to be a new George R. Martin movie coming out.
Why did you think it was going to be Resident Evil?
Because it's all weirdly sepia toned, and it's got what's her face via Resident Evil movies.
Mila Jovovich?
Yeah.
Oh. It's like another reboot, even though I think they just tried to reboot it recently. But there's another reboot attempt. Resident Evil coming up. Who the hell's... Does anyone know in chat? Do you know who's directing this new future Resident Evil movie? So I remember reading the announcement and thinking, oh shit, based on that director, I'm actually interested.
Oh.
Oops. I don't remember this fight at all.
We've fought some winged angels since then. You didn't know there was a Resident Evil movie? What are you talking about?
Like in total?
Entire?
Like completely?
Like the first one's pretty good.
Decent. Yeah, the first one's decent. And then just never watch a Resident Evil
just
movie again.
don't worry about the rest.
Yeah. Resident Evil movies are easy. If Michelle Rodriguez is in it, you should watch that movie. She and A sequels.
Should someone help these people? All right, we got swords.
Oh, you guys are live. LOL, I'm in this run. Oh, hell yeah.
7 shadows cast, 7 fates foretold, which at the end of the broken path.
Should I stand in the swords? Are the swords a good
I'm
thing?
trying to find that out myself.
I get an extra
Equip,
thing.
Able to use the duty action. Yeah, it looks like you just pick it up, Wield it to strike forward. I'm going to strike forward. Apparently I just strike a pose. Well, it was a cool pose. got so much to say.
I'm about to say she got so many words to say there. It feels like that should be followed by that meme where they edit in 30 Seconds to Mars's Kill song. Someone's going on a very emo rant, and then the screaming comes in. Should I be doing this at a certain
Wield
point?
an ethereal shield to defend against. Oh, that's
Kind of
probably,
seems like it would have been good just then.
yeah, probably that's why people, don't get knocked back.
The dreams of men are fleeting, yet they must be embraced if they are to flourish.
My dreams aren't fleeting. I just
No,
want pizza and
yeah,
games.
Yeah, my dreams are quite practical. You don't know me. Oh. I'm gonna get a sword.
Dreams of men are just to dress like Aragorn all the time. It's not that hard.
Yeah, it's not complicated, lady. Let me live my life.
That's gonna hurt. Yep.
I can tell you I had my shield up and it didn't hurt less. Oh, you're dead. Oh, I guess it did hurt less.
Sony, thanks for the super. Play Final Fantasy Tactics War of the Lions. Meet Mustadio, Agrias, TG Sid, a good Ramza, and more. Sadly, no Balthier or Fran, but that just means play 12-2. Oh, okay. They made a sequel to 12?
It's called Evilise.
Yeah, but that's bad Ramza. That's passively racist Ramza who doesn't have any consequences.
Well, aloft have spoken. Let their words echo in your empty soul. Ruination is come.
Ruination.
I am come.
Hard time.
Vane, thank you for the super. What's to say? The ability chants in here are the same ones they use in tactics. Also some money as an excuse to get tacos. But you just DM me that you also don't like tacos.
Well fought, champion.
I mean,
Thank you for celebrating my taco
Yeah,
love,
look
even
how-
while you don't rep it. You know, I respect
that's
that.
just organic.
I respect that,
That's
Vane.
beautiful, is what that is.
Also, Vane, that's like twice now that you sent supers when I'm like, I want this food, and you're like, go get this food. I feel like you bought me too many lunches recently.
Don't let your dreams be memes. Vane's got your back.
What if my dreams are memes, though?
Memes are dreams.
Dude, I dreamt of Vampire Survivors last night.
Oh, I dreamt in
By the
Monster
way.
Hunter, man. Like, I've been playing that game a lot.
Oh my word. Oh my word.
Pretty decent game, that Monster Hunter Wilds.
You're allowed to like tacos even if I don't like them. Look at this positive attitude. Look at this, everybody. More of this on the internet. I want to see more comments under positive Dontrail videos that says you're allowed to like Dontrail even if I don't. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. I love every once in a while. This has happened once a month since the new year, Kyle.
Mm-hmm.
Our end of Dontrail video, we'll get a comment similar to, this is the most positive Dontrail conversation I've ever heard. And I love when that happens.
Oh dear. Oh, should we be filling these out, bros?
Am I not supposed to stay in that?
I think all we had to do was touch it, and then job's done.
Job's done.
I've been surprised by how many comments we've gotten recently that are like, oh man, I just started playing this game. Is everything okay? Like, there's a lot of people trying out Final Fantasy right now who are watching modern videos to like get a feel for what's going on.
That makes me think we should set things up maybe just a hair more. Because I always just assume if you're watching one of our videos, you're in the loop. Maybe you're not.
Yeah.
Maybe we should have started that wall video by saying, there's a lot of hot takes about the quality of Final Fantasy 14 right now. We're having a good time. That being said, doesn't mean it's perfect. Let's talk about it.
All right, that's the power of the let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Frame it as fast as possible.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even realize I just channeled Good Mythical Morning. They always say they'll talk about that. Don't
Yeah,
they?
but it's a system that works, you know?
Yeah.
You could just say, let's have a chat if you want to be legally distinct.
Yeah.
Or perhaps you serve
Oh, God, dude, this
All
fight,
right.
this fight is just such hot nonsense.
And I may, so I'm going to go
What
to
about
A.
Orlando?
Yeah, Orlando. Ali
Bloom
Alejandro.
or the city?
The hearts of men are black.
Hippie, thank you. Hippie gifted 5 memberships, Kyle.
Oh, thank you for that.
Appreciate that. We appreciate you. It's time for daddy. This is who you're calling daddy?
The tail or the head?
Brilliance of 1,000 bolts blinds
1,000
Which-
boats?
and tears their flesh asunder.
Oh, bolts.
Which one's the daddy?
We succumb. Its judgment swift and final.
Okay.
Its fight as cold as steel.
Well, that sounds fun for you.
Rise to the darkness and drown in its loveless embrace. The gods will not be watching.
Actually, I mean, this guy talks about as much as the new raid, so yeah, this is just the Alliance raid.
Misfortune hangs heavy on a head once held high.
This sounds like Soul Calibur dialogue.
For when the heavens
I haven't played Soul Calibur in so long. I cannot weigh in on that statement. I played whatever the one was during like the PS2 era where they had like crossover characters on each platform. That was
that-
like the only one I ever played.
Was that the one that got The Witcher?
No, God, Jesus, no. That was like way later. No, this one was like
Link and
it had
Darth
Yoda,
Vader?
Link, and someone else.
the sword is to die.
Like the GameCube version had Link in it.
There is time enough for regret in the flames of hell.
What was the Sony crossover for that one?
Spawn?
Was it Spawn?
I remember they had a Spawn in one of those.
Is the
What a
blade
time.
that severs the villain's
Man,
blade.
Spawn. Spawn being relevant.
Is the path that
That feels like ancient history.
I mean, they tried. He's cool, but it just never really worked in movie form.
I liked the movie a lot as a kid, but that's because I was getting away with watching an R-rated movie because my parents thought it was, just like Batman.
Huh.
You know? I was just craving anything edgy.
Spawn was on Xbox. Oh.
On his Xbox. So what was the place? I'm sure someone already fired it off and I'm just missing it. On was Xbox. Who was PS2? I'm trying to be a good DPS. So.
Good for you.
Ah! Shit! Why does it sound so big?
Oh, I'm not helping.
Venom is the modern Spawn. That's fair.
Huh. I guess.
Heihachi from Tekken. Ah, that's right. I remember not being hyped for the PlayStation 1 because I've never been a Tekken
You know,
guy.
Tekken was also like just my worst arcade experiences.
I didn't know a single person that even knew how to play Tekken. Like, no one in my life was into that series. It was mostly Mortal Kombat, a little bit of Street Fighter, and then Smash Brothers came out, and that was the end. Like everyone just became Smash players.
This was great. Great game, Smash.
Yeah. So once N64 Smash came out, no one in my friend group ever picked up another fighting game.
show me more.
And yes, I'm very aware of the the argument that Smash isn't a fighting game, but
Escape is not so.
I used to be MK heads, and then when that came out, it was like we're done.
Power Stone was freaking sick though.
Were you expecting
Power Stone was fun as shit.
rust?
But I guess they eventually
that
got
was-
the Smash Ball, so that was essentially the Power
This is
Stone.
quite impenetrable.
Yeah, I mean the game was just different though because it was isometric combat. Like, Power Stone is just so unique.
Pitiless
And it worked.
Yeah, really well.
Oh, well.
They who dwell aloft have spoken. Let their words echo in your
I'm so jealous of people who dwell aloft. I want a loft.
nation is come.
Can't afford that loft life. Man, all I wanted in my 20s was a cool ass apartment, and now I got to worry about sprinklers.
Oh, God. One's fully healed. Okay.
Even the strongest of shields cannot defend the weakest of wills. A moment's hesitation.
I also had that grand desire.
Lifetime.
And then I've gotten to podcasting, and oh my God. No, no. I do not need to soundproof a loft apartment.
Can you imagine? You would ruin the
give up.
point of the loft.
Yeah.
Because the fastest way to soundproof it is to not be open.
Yep. Make an enclosed space.
Yeah, it's tough. But it makes me want to go outside. Like after this, I'm gonna go the F outside. It's gonna be nice.
That does sound nice.
I'm gonna go pet my neighbor Nicole's dog. Dog's name is Daphne, and she's a total sweetheart. And Wicket likes her.
That sounds like
It's Wicket's friend.
That sound like good goals, man.
Yeah,
And the skies.
it's good stuff. We'll grab a granola bar because I'm starving and I'm gonna be hangry on the walk if I don't have a
That
snack.
sounds nice.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna negotiate the retrieval of tacos with Katie. I got it all planned out, and it's all because I've been sitting in this chair since 9 a.m. and I'm a little over it.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh my God.
At a certain point,
Plans coming up. You know, there's lots to do around here.
and I'll come right back in and want to play Vampire Survivors.
That's fair. They had it on the Apple Arcade, so 5-year-olds playing Vampire Survivors. Kristen was playing it.
Oh,
There's a Vampire Survivors revolution in this house.
That mobile version, they don't force ads upon you, but they are constantly asking you to watch ads. And I'm like, ugh, I wish I had the Apple Arcade version, but I don't want to pay for Apple Arcade.
Apple Arcade's pretty good. Honestly, I had to level with 5-year-old the other day because he was like, hey, I want to get this game. And I'm like, you know, I reacted kind of frustrated there. I'm not mad. I'm just jealous that as a kid, I couldn't constantly ask for new games like this.
That's good on you for realizing and adjusting. Because some generations would have made that the child's problem.
You gave them Apple Arcade and then you tell them they can't get new games? What the shit?
Go pet that dog. Dog needs petting. Thanks, Ham. Yeah, we stand Daphne in this house. Daphne is our favorite neighborhood dog. Our favorite dog that isn't our dog.
This
She
part,
wags her tail when she sees us.
this part is so insane. Like my memory wants to put this fight in MSQ. This seems really important. It's frickin' Ultima, the High Seraph. And they're holding back a lot of bad. They've got a whole
But
body
then
back
Jugman
there.
appears.
Yep, the flying jug thing.
Jugman.
Like, this seems like really important that we save the world from whatever she is.
Yeah, that's why I think. I don't know. Like, I've at a certain point, I turned my brain off in the story of Ivalice. I just wanted Ramza to anything bad to happen to him. And they had all this other stuff. And yeah, I don't know. To everyone who's like, I noticed some folks that are like disappointed I didn't like that Monster Hunter story. I'm like, you don't know the disappointment that I experienced not enjoying the Ivalice story, because God, did I want to. I love these raids.
I mean, it is cool seeing these guys now that I've played 14, you know, seeing their little crunchy graphics upgraded. Oh, I'm great at this part. Are we good?
Death awaits defiance.
I attack anything? No.
Oh shoot!
We're just. Some people are dealing with Doritos. That's what's happening.
I figured we were supposed to help, right?
Well, if you don't have a Dorito, I don't think you help with Doritos, right? Doritos help Doritos. Oh Jesus! Oh, I am so dead.
You'd be a lot cool rancher if you did. Oh, I'm dead too.
We can. I see what you were going for there. I don't feel like you stuck the landing, but you know, you seem proud, and you be proud. You be proud. Be proud, Kyle.
I will.
Just 20 super tactics and 12 are both set in Evilise, just different time periods. Also, more money for tacos. Thank you for the taco supers, everybody. I will also assume that the memberships were taco memberships.
Taco-based memberships.
Oh my god. I would probably started this a bit soon. I love the word conflagration.
Conflagration's a good one. Yeah, she's so well like that. That is such a cool boss.
Yeah. It's real sweet.
Oh, I guess I should be healing.
Oh, I could help. I could help a little. Tacos and tequila. It is Tuesday. Oh, I can help with this shit. I'm reading chat. Streamer is not griefing. Don't report streamer.
Don't make me look up what that word means.
What?
Because I had to look it up this weekend.
Oh, I said
I'm-
griefing, not grifting.
Oh, okay.
It's different.
I thought they were the same thing.
What? Oh, I mean, grifters are kind of griefers.
Apparently, the phrase has been used since the early 1900s and really took off in the 60s.
Vitamin salesman.
Could be. Yeah, and then she's like, children of Heidel, and you're like, wait a minute. What, working yourself in the plot? What are you talking about?
Well, I mean, Evilise is part of the plot.
It is?
Boja as well. Like, wasn't it? It was just like a fueling station for Garlemald. Wasn't that how it was originally billed? A fuel depot?
Oh, I'm shifting it.
Aren't you adorable?
Your very soul shall not escape my wrath. Kneel before me.
All right. Neil. Why is the water temple so upset? Oh my god.
Yep. Hey, Kyle, remember when I said Alliance Raids are like easy and they don't,
Well,
they don't always stick with me?
Well, that part, yeah, I remember. I remember the don't stick with them. I don't think you were so bold to say they were easy. No one would say that.
Denizens of the abyss, from ink of blackest night, I summon.
Blackest Night mentioned.
I am so mad I didn't make that joke.
Whoa, well, light.
Did you start to say Udalele and try to spin it into light?
No, I do say Udalali sometimes, but it was not that time.
It is a Kyleism. I would submit it for the Kyle pull-string doll.
Yeah. Golly, what a day.
Do you say that?
Udalali, golly, what a day? Yeah.
Oh well. I didn't know that there's that's an actual quote from anything.
It's from the Fox, the Robin Hood.
Dude, I haven't seen that movie since I was like 8. It's been a minute. I don't remember that one. That was one of the ones that was a cousin watch. Like I didn't own it. I had to watch it.
Okay,
with my
yeah,
cousins.
that was like Pinocchio for me. We didn't own it, but
I had Pinocchio. That movie scared the shit out of me.
It was
Pinocchio's
spooky.
creepy. Kid turning into a donkey is nightmare fuel.
Athena quoted Ultima lines? Oh, that's weird.
That's interesting.
Seems like a weird thing for her to do. I mean, she was weird like that, so I'm not saying it's against her character.
there's hints at tying the heart of Sebek to this whole all of this,
Oh,
isn't there?
that's right. Yeah, okay, that was the piece. Yeah, that's 100% true. That was a huge part of all this. That was a nice hat. It's an actually decent hat.
Wind up Ramza.
Yeah.
You know, I don't have it. I'm gonna
big
pass.
pass. He's gonna pass.
I don't have any of these Sarkestrian rolls. Rolling on these. Hey, I got one.
Only quotes the lines in Savage. Huh. So, but it would be
okay.
What's the Savage robot? What was it? A recording machine? That's Omega. Because Arcadian has the manga artist. Who made up Savage? Who
That
made
is a
Savage worse in their heads?
Good question.
I mean, it's a good way to tie it together.
Yeah. Oh, Pippi, thanks for the super. Running us into us randomly again. Heck yeah.
Enjoy tacos.
Won't be the last time.
Well, all this talk about tacos has made me quite famished.
I'm starving.
So,
I am violently hungry.
tomorrow we are going to be off. We got lots and lots to do, lots to plan. What today we talked about would be next Thursday. This Thursday.
Next Thursday, we
Yeah.
are doing Chaotic Raid. This Thursday, you have thumbnails? Is that
I
what you're
do have
moving
this
toward?
ready. Yeah, there it is.
This Thursday, we're high ranking with up and coming little YouTuber Joe Cat.
Yeah.
Maybe you've heard about him. I think you really should go support him. I understand a lot of people aren't aware of Joe Cat.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
And I'm really excited, to promote someone so much more successful than me.
So that'll be a lot of fun Thursday night. And then we'll be back Monday morning, bright and early, for the live letter. So get ready.
Yes.
Right.
Dark and early.
Here, what'd you put
Sun
on here?
will not be up yet. Yeah.
Why is it 6 a.m. again? It always must be. Forever.
I got a little lazy with this one. I ran out of time making thumbnails this week.
Yeah, but the last one was a part one anyway, so I don't blame you. I think it's nice. I think it's perfectly valid.
I'm so stoked to play Monster Hunter with Joe Cat.
That'll be a lot of
I'm
fun.
really excited. And I'll probably have too much fun, stay up too late, and be miserable for live letter.
It's gonna be early, but yeah, we'll be here. We'll be covering it.
It'll be a good
It's gonna be a
time.
lot of fun.
You have new headphones? Why are they blue?
Oh, they're just catching light. No, they're my regular ones. They're just catching light
okay.
back there. I have the new lights that we got for the Studio K upgrade.
Oh,
So
nice.
I'm getting a lot more light, and my ISO is now pulled back, and
A lot lower, so you're
Yeah.
not a.
so
you're
now
not a-
these lights are showing up a
digitally
little
noisy
bit. Exactly.
nightmare.
Exactly. Yeah,
Nice.
so I'm a little clearer.
Sick. Hell yeah. Yeah. Serious shout out to everybody. We've been getting some nice upgrades on our equipment. And I just got the repair bill for one of my cameras that died. It was $500.
Yeah.
So thank you for supporting us, whether it's through memberships, through super chats, or through our Patreon over at supportourbromance.com. All of it helps. We really do appreciate it. And we're coming up on a year being done with the MSQ, which it's awesome to realize that we did not immediately die.
That is true.
This channel did not immediately experience
That is very
end
true.
of MSQ death. So I'll thank you for that here and now. So thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. We will not be live tomorrow, but we will see you Thursday. We will see you Friday. And we have a video release for this week as well.
Yeah.
So please enjoy, everybody.